for supplies. With a few like computer checks, we found out that there's like I think bat things that are allergic to light in the asteroid field, and we made the war crime flashlight, and we navigated it, made landing, uh, did some loot, uh, towed like the only fully functioning starfighter out of there. Used the war crime flashlight on some bats. Went home.
And
That's about
job
that.
well done.
Well, yeah, we got an accommodation for it. A little note that says they did very well.
That is true.
Gold sticker from the quartermaster.
Uh well, no. So if you were to look at the quartermaster's note, it's the surprisingly they didn't fuck it up too much.
Ah, yes. Too much.
Um,
That's really all you can ask.
but yeah, he's not. If you're looking for approval and friendship, he is not the man you're looking for.
What if I'm
What
looking
if I'm
for a blaster?
what if I'm
Then
looking
he
for
is the
a
man you're
gun?
looking for.
Nice.
That what if I am looking for approval and friendship specifically from him?
Well, then you'll be disappointed because he will give you a blaster instead.
All right. I mean, that's a form of approval and friendship.
Uh,
I'd say.
I don't know. He's
Some
aware of
cultures.
he's
cultures.
aware of the statistics that imply that the moment he gives you a gun, sends you away, you're less likely to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a level of trust there, you know? Like the starting stone for friendship. Because giving you a blaster inherently is an act of trust.
No, he thinks he can take you. Otherwise, he wouldn't give you a gun.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What a complex man he is.
Yeah, and
He does a lot of mental gymnastics in his
Every
job.
time he gets out a blaster.
Proceeds to give gun. Gun is not loaded. I believe in you.
yeah.
All right.
Don't worry, I believe. Oh, actually, which reminds me, the quartermaster handout's been updated because of how well you guys did in the last mission. The only difference is there's a new gun on there. It's the Surasub X-30 Lance Precision Pistol. It's essentially either same as the Light Blaster pistol with damage and crit range, but it differs in it can fire into long range instead of just medium. And instead of being able to stun people, it has accurate and PS1, so you get add a blue dice to when you attack people, and you bypass 2 levels of soak when you shoot people. But again, it lacks a stun setting, so if you want to non-lethally take someone out with this, you're blowing their legs off. And then
Yeah.
you're probably stabilizing.
That's how I prefer to
fine by
stun
me.
people.
Yeah, no
Um,
escape attempts that way.
and the moral here is that the Solistons apparently don't believe in the stun setting because I couldn't find a single one of their guns that came with it. So, the first step here is as a collective, I'd like you to pick your mission, and then I'll let you guys kind of get acquainted with each other in transit again.
Well, we were thinking
I
between 1 and 9 last week, right? Sorry, Angel.
I was just gonna say I think this was already discussed and decided upon.
Well, I'm giving Murder a false vote because I already know what he's voting for, and I'm giving Irish a chance of picking a mission if one really calls to him.
Oh, absolutely.
Here is the mission list. You'll have to kind of expand it because it's in a bunch of rows and columns, and the default window is like, hey, I'll show 2 of those.
Patmore, you already know my vote. I do have to go take something out of the oven real quick.
Okay, good luck.
I could pick missions unless everybody's here. So I guess I have to hold off on that.
No. So Cat has her vote. She's cool with 1 or 9. So Irish, I'll get your vote in a moment. But Angel, out of the 10 presents, give me your favorite 2.
1 and 9.
Okay.
I'm a lemming.
Okay. I also enjoyed that game growing up. Okay, Cat is also on 1 and 9. Emmy, are you a lemming or do you have an opinion?
Whoa. Seems a bit rude.
Yes.
Um,
There are no wrong answers, except for one.
I'm gonna have to go, of course, with 9.
Yep.
And just for kicks, just to throw some chaos in there, 8.
8. Okay. I appreciate that. Murder.
So I didn't get a vote.
Murder. This is your chance to maybe try and rush 8 because someone else put one of their votes in for it.
No, wait,
Yeah,
I retract my vote.
Nope, too late.
8 and 9.
8 and 9.
Who's
Okay.
winning now?
So, Irish, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, I immediately have to put the team off of me, right? Like they can't like me in the slightest.
Yeah.
So I'll be contrarian, right?
Yep.
I never liked Toby. Let's go kill Toby.
Okay.
It's not at all what that mission is, but let's go kill Toby.
You're right. Like, it is framed with like, hey, you know, bring him alive if possible. But it's also like, if you kill him, no problem. Just bring back his USBs.
Absolutely. So I'll go with my votes are gonna be 1 and 1.
Okay. 1 and 1. So, this is a vote list. We've got 1, 2, 3 1s, 3 9s, 2 8s.
4 9s.
Sorry, 4 9s. I misplaced one. Smudge took it. Okay. So, it seems that you guys really want to go and hang out with some smelly mercenaries today.
Hang out is a strong way of putting that.
Not mercenaries, gladiators.
Yeah, some of them get paid for their work.
Well, no, that's not a mercenary. That's being a sportsman, technically.
Yeah, I don't think it's considered a sport.
One's an athlete, the other one's just unpleasant.
That's fair. Okay, I'm just going to open my notes for that, and then we'll get you guys in transit. I just have to remember which of the 12 book folders I keep that one in. I think it's this one. It is not that one. Okay, 1 failure. 2 failures. Okay, 4 failures.
Oh wait, we're rolling dice.
No. I'm failing to find the section I keep it in. You guys can roll Destiny though if you want to.
Oh.
I think I've cleared the pool.
Didn't look like it.
Nope, you didn't.
Well, yeah, you're right. I haven't. Okay, can everyone roll Destiny? I'm just gonna. What folder would I keep that in? Would it be in that one? It's not in that one. Is it in this one? It is in this one. Okay, it's in the one it shouldn't be in. Cool.
Shit, hold on.
Video?
Okay. Close that. We can close that. Oh, actually, before I close that, wild thing I learned yesterday. In the original pre-production script of the third Star Wars movie, Revenge of the Sith, General Grievous was intended to be the cyborg version of Darth Maul from the first movie.
like explicitly Darth Maul.
Yeah, which is why in like the early like animated kind of test scenes they're doing where you have like Darth Maul, like all these scenes that you kind of cut out of the movie or they kind of did differently. When you see General Grievous, he's got Darth Maul eyes. And that's why when you first see Grievous, he interacts with Obi-Wan as if they've met.
I've never heard of it. That's interesting.
Yeah, like 100% not canon
Okay.
in Legends or canon anymore, but that was the original intention with the guy.
Like, hey, guy, you cut me in half once. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
It's I saw that, I was like, man, that's wild. At no point had that crossed my mind, but that would have been an okay twist in a very long movie. Okay, do we have Destiny for everyone? Have we just all rolled abysmally?
Yeah, we didn't roll great.
I mean, I rolled pretty
There,
well.
I see a total of 5. So
Okay. Well, there
Like-
isn't. I'm surprised that there's only that many. As normally there's somehow 8 on one side. Normally when we start.
That was
Because
just
we
last
rolled-
time.
super
Yeah,
well, and that happened exactly once. Stop exaggerating.
Normally, yeah.
I disagree. Anyway.
The Force obviously doesn't think we need the help today, so the session's going to go well.
She just
Okay.
jinxed it. God damn it.
I know. That's what I'm here for.
Completely honest, I did tell you. As soon as I show up, things go wrong. Let's keep it going.
Okay, so we're gonna do introductions on the ship in 1 second. Irish, there are
Howdy.
2 sheets at the top of the journal for you. Droid 1, Droid
Yes.
2. Feel free to name them as you will. And actually, because I completely forgot to do this for no reason, I'm going to make you a little folder and put you where everyone else lives.
Much appreciated.
So you don't have to kind of be homeless in the corner of my compendium.
Moving
I mean,
into
I
the
already live in like the
neighborhood.
deck of the ship. I eat all the wiring, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about bat people.
And be a little rat, you know.
Where are you? You're hiding there. We've got you there. We've got you
Figure out where I
there,
put
and
the
we've
names
got
for you guys.
you
Oh, yeah.
here. Okay, I'm
There
now
we go.
putting you in a folder called the party. So you've now found a home. Okay.
Been found.
So I'm gonna put you guys on the ship map where you guys can meander about if you want. And I'm just gonna pull you.
Mail truck, sweet mail truck.
I'm just gonna pull you over Irish. So this is the okay. That token wasn't set up correctly. I'll fix it later.
You're fine.
So you guys have been given the command given the mission by command that they want you to essentially help out a slightly dubious person to essentially get some give the rebellion an extra way to claim some credits. You guys for some reason all volunteered for this mission. So it's going to take several days to get there. 9 specifically. But once you arrive, you shouldn't have to be there for too long. Any questions before you guys are sent out and have a chance to hang out on the ship?
Can I have
Well,
one of the
yeah.
blasters?
Oh,
Same time.
yes. So you both want a new blaster, or Irish, you had a different question?
No, you're fine. Yeah. I don't need a new blaster. No, I was actually going to ask because I'm assuming we're going to be exiting atmosphere for proper introductions, or is this more groundwork? People are now just walking onto the ship.
This is like you guys. There's like a mission board. You guys all selected the same mission. You guys are all heading to the same ship, and you guys will run into each other at the ramp.
Love it. All right, cool. That's all I want.
Is our first mission not canon?
No, it is canon. It's just you guys collectively could have picked this mission, or you guys could have been like, I don't want to hang out with those losers again. Picked your own mission independently, and then found them waiting at the ship.
Oh no,
Great
God, not the
minds.
same losers.
I
A cruel and
assume
unusual universe.
the second situation is what happens to poor Tank.
No, he wouldn't mind being paired up with Glenn again. Glennon.
Well, with the exception of Glennon.
It's only really Benya that's the problem.
Yeah, the feeling's
Wow.
mutual, bud.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll talk about our emotions later. Anyway, so unless there's
I
any
did have a
questions.
question.
Oh, yep.
Can we get like a little more on like the location and like the type of people we'll be seeing there? Like any big time crime bosses, that sort of thing?
Big time on in a very
In a small
Uh,
place, is
yeah,
what you say?
yeah. I would say really big fish relative to where they are.
So no like galactic crime syndicates there, just the local area.
Yeah, yeah. So when you arrive, you'll have the opportunity to do a little bit of investigating to kind of work out what the kind of champions are like. But as far as you like, this is it's mostly for kind of like sector local gambling. It's not. There shouldn't be a single hut involved. Probably.
Okay. Like I immediately have more questions.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Ask as many questions as you want. Never apologize for that.
So locals, the champions are like I don't think they have the influence to like import champions then. If they're not there willingly.
So I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is being done in Tatooine. Some of the
That was gonna be my
slaves
question.
are local. Some are kind of like lent to them by the organization, and some are like people who are part of the organization who've kind of volunteered. So this isn't like Force Unleashed 2. This isn't like the giant arena of Ramkota and like all the rich people hanging out. This is more like, hey, we've got an arena. We want to do some betting, and if someone like we either have our slave fight, our champion fight, or we pay someone to do it, and they get like a cut of the prize if they win.
Before getting there, and this is my last question. I'm sorry, everybody. Would I be able to like at all procure like a map of the place, like a blueprint?
By what means?
I know, just asking if they have one on hand. Not me Googling it. I'm asking like the actual rebellion, like whatever passes for an intelligence agency that we have right now.
Rude, but
Look, we are a bunch of country bumpkins trying to get our shit together right now. That is facts.
you know what, Murder? I will let you roll a D100. Let's see if intelligence has a map of this one facility on this podunk planet that no one cares about, on record currently.
Well, quote unquote intelligence.
Okay, Tank Power Strong.
It's a family name. What do you have against it? Problem?
It is
84.
perfectly indicative of your intelligence.
It is, because it's a very noble and prestigious name.
Also got a very small number of syllables.
Mandoa has a very small syllables.
Yep, language like the people. Anyway.
You were the quicker the combat.
84 though.
Yeah, that they would have a a general layout. Not
Can I put it
anything
on my-
super up to date, but when it used to be a meat packing factory, they have like the layout for that facility.
Okay, I'd like to put it on my data pad and because like make a copy of it, not actually take everything.
Okay. It takes 40 minutes, but you get a copy.
I
What do you
like your
miss?
commitment to the mundane challenges, like living
This
life.
is all taking place in the 70s. It's fine.
He's
like-
sitting there with dial-up internet while we're actively flying a spaceship.
Like, Murder, you're kind of standing at the war console that has way too many buttons, and you're fairly sure most of them don't do anything. And very, like, as loud as a very early printer, you hear the data disk being printed by the machine, like as it's physically punching holes in it to put the map on it for you.
Yeah.
You can feel the grinding.
Yeah. At
That's
one
all my
point,
question.
like the progress bar stops and you hear like a whirring noise, but after 30 seconds it continues again.
Oh fuck. I'll just do it next time. Doesn't matter.
What do you want to do?
Time.
You've got time.
Well, no, I was hoping to like now talk to the quartermaster about spare parts when it comes to like making grenades and stuff on our ship for like on the field for like both Emmy and myself.
Like you asking for some
Like
spare
for
freebies.
like spare parts, yeah, for shit that just doesn't work anymore. Like a cut of it.
Okay. Well, what are you going to do for him in return?
Not put his teeth down his throat in the next 3 seconds.
No, I think you
Bad.
misunderstand what's happening here. This is called bartering. You want something, and
I
I'm
know.
trading you a service in return for that.
I'll give him my time when it comes to like actually repairing some stuff, as well as any new blueprints I make for like improvements and shit.
So he feels
Yes.
that like the subtle wink game doesn't work with Mandalorian. So what he will just say is, there might be things that he specifically wants you to do while in the field. If you do that for him, he will let you have access to the spare parts bin.
So he sat there through a threat and through me just throwing us something out, and it's like, okay, we're not gonna do a third one.
Yeah, no. We're not doing what you think we're doing. We're doing this instead.
Okay. As long as it doesn't directly interfere with the mission objective, Tank wouldn't have a problem with it. But if
Well-
it does, he'll fully not do it.
Good. And you can start by just delivering some mail on the way to your mission.
Okay. Like at one of the stops.
Yeah.
I mean, the hyperdrive cooldown ones.
No. Like actually, like just stopping by on a on a planet on the way there, but it's on the way. It's only going to add a day to your journey.
Sure.
Yeah. He would do
Can
it,
I
but
read-
he doesn't want to.
Can I read through his mail?
It's not his mail. It's like the base's mail. But it's like the non like classified stuff. It's just people being like, oh yeah, like it's mail that's already been like sorted through by intelligence. But it's like, oh, I'm still alive. Don't worry, father or mother or other guardian.
Can I alter all of it to say I'm dead instead?
I don't think you have the time in transit or the moral duplicity to do so. But in theory, possibly.
No,
I don't think
because
you
they
have the
don't have
forgery skill to do that.
No. They don't have a life outside of fighting the Empire anymore. I'm doing them a favor. I'm kidding. Let's go.
Cool. Okay, so you guys all make it to the Nova One. When you guys see Tank, he like Santa Claus. He has a giant sack full of mail.
Among his other bags and sacks that are empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't put it in one of his bags. His bags are special and for only him.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll say Irish gets there last. So when Irish gets to the ship, what does he see? Everyone doing. In fact, we'll go one step further back, starting with Murder. Describe what Tank looks like.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay.
It's actually Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
No,
How
it
many
isn't.
people
It's
are dead by
Anakin.
the time I get there?
I thought it was supposed to be Ray.
You can leave.
Oh,
I
my
mean, the
expectation.
way the movies went, it's Ray. It's not Luke. Just saying.
Yeah, not my movies.
Listen, everyone and their uncle is Space Jesus by the end of it. It was Anakin, then he died. It was Luke, but then he was a shit ass teacher. And it's Rey until she's like outmoded or something. Everyone's Space Jesus. It's fine.
Hmm.
Completely honest with you, I think the universe is just bad at picking people.
Mm.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying,
I-
like, he's like the Force is throwing darts at a wall here. Like, maybe that moron. Ooh, wrong moron. Ooh, I missed. Please
Oh,
stop
he just killed
moving.
some kids. Whoops.
Oh shit. Oh, he wasn't him, huh? Oops. Maybe the next
Okay.
one.
Fairly tall, like clearly human, bearded guy. Just a bunch of like bags, like duffel bags, backpacks, pockets on him, on his like heavy armor, which is probably like a diving suit, and constantly carries around like a heavy blaster rifle over his shoulder or in his hands. That's kind of it.
Okay.
That's kind
Combative.
of tank.
He's a
Okay.
military guy.
Kat, describe Benia.
Ben is fairly short, human or human adjacent woman, red hair. Now she's got 2 pistols. She's very excited about that. Probably in the process of picking a fight with Tank.
Okay, and that's Ben spelled B-E-N or Ven?
Benia.
Her
name is Benia,
The
But
bottom of
I
the screen.
chronically shorten it.
If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see everyone's name. Filibuster, if you want to do that yourself, you can click on the gear on Roll20 and then edit your display name with like your handle
do that.
plus brackets, your name.
Mm-hmm. I also am just writing it down on my notes as well.
Cool. Okay. Siren, describe, well, Angel or Juice, describe what Siren looks like.
Stop with the juice thing, I swear
Siren
to God.
is a barely an adult Chiss. Black hair, dark blue skin, red pupilless eyes. Kind of. She looks like pushover. She looks like physically a wimp, especially when standing next to Tank. It's actually comical when she stands next to Tank. Although she is tall. She's about 5'9". Other than that, find out and play.
Okay. Glennon. Oh, actually, Emmy, describe what Glennon looks like.
So Glennon is, I'll never be able to pronounce the actual name of the race, but she's a Venom. Just like the werewolf people, basically. So he's got brown fur. I don't even know what, probably yellow eyes. He is 5'3", so he's quite short. Also wearing the standard issue diving suit of the rebellion. Has also a giant bag with him that he will freely tell you is just full of grenades and that's some blasters.
That is perfect. All right.
Okay. Now, moving back to Murder. Murder, what is Tank currently doing? Like, 5 minutes before takeoff.
Arranging the putting the ladders in like a corner, putting his spare parts that he got in like another corner, and arranging his bags.
Okay. Benia, what are you doing 5 minutes before takeoff?
Also arguing with Benia.
Okay.
We do that passively. Obviously arguing with Tank, but more to the point, kind of doing pre-flight check stuff, head count, making sure everyone's kind of appraised of what we're doing, just stuff like that.
Okay. And what are you arguing with Tank about?
What aren't I arguing with Tank about?
You really
Okay.
think another small pea shooter is going to help? Maybe a third one and you can throw them at them.
You ever find anything to put in those bags, or are they empty like your head still?
These bags are for specific purposes. They're waiting their turn to be used.
What purposes? I mean, I'm on
That's
your
classic.
side, Tank. I just want to know.
That's classified.
I bet it is.
Listen, you. When you go out there and you find something you want and you don't have a bag, you'll come crawling back to me.
I mean, if you don't have a bag, the quartermaster is giving them away.
I
My
have
bags are
a
better.
reasonable amount of bags, is what I have. I have one. I have a reasonable amount of bags.
Everything's reasonable until it's one bag short of saving your life.
How does a bag save our life? As she's
How
like
does-
snacking on something.
How doesn't it save our life?
the last bag standing. Keep you upright.
Bag
Okay.
snags on something. Keeps
Oh,
you
and
from
they fall down.
falling. Yep.
So okay, Siren, aside from participating in the great debate about bag usage, what is Siren doing?
Nothing physical. She's kind of sitting there watching as whoever is loading stuff on the ship is loading stuff on the ship because again, she's got the noodle arms.
Relate.
But also snacking on whatever the strawberry equivalent in Star Wars is.
Oh, you mean your military freeze-dried powder just add water berry mix?
You think that I don't like that? I was a military brat. I love that shit.
It's very satisfying to rehydrate it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go. That was not the response I was expecting, but
She's snacking on it while also trying to referee so that they don't get so mad that they start fighting. Is what she's really doing.
Listen, Ben and Tank have been fighting for probably half a decade at this point.
Years of fun.
I don't
Years
think-
of fun.
If they haven't killed each other yet, it's probably not going to be on the ship. Mostly because Ben
I don't
hates getting
think
blood on ships.
I don't think Siren would know that.
no, everyone knows that.
It's a well-known fact. And like you can't help but know it because they always argue at top volume in the base.
Just about literally anything.
Literally
But-
anything.
I look at
And
Glennon.
guys,
Well,
I
so
look at Glennon.
looking at Glennon, what is Glennon doing 5 minutes before takeoff?
Oh, he's found himself back in his chair in the kind of common area and is staring at the wall.
You would
oh, he's
notice
occupied. You know, he's
that
busy.
since last mission, that wall has been repainted.
Nice.
New
Except-
scenery.
They used the wrong sort of brush, and it just has like paint lines all the way up it.
They did their best.
I enjoy your acceptance of that. So, Irish, this is what you see when you walk into the ship.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
and it is, in the most polite a description, a motley crew, isn't it?
Yes. But so, before describing your reaction to that, do you want to describe to everyone what your character is? And perhaps pronounce your character's name before I take a swing at it.
Man, I feel like you of everyone would have the easiest time pronouncing it, but with the arrival of this figure right here, you find an incredibly diminutive, thick-set silhouette. Short in stature, broader and kind of round in shape, sizable ears that are the majority of his stature, like his height proper, and huge ovicular eyes that are almost obscured by a set of welder's goggles. And for any of you familiar in xenobiology, you tell immediately that that is a Chadra fan, a little bat person.
I'll get some art. You keep describing.
Oh yeah, I mean, equipment-wise, he's dressed to whatever the nines would be. Like everything is utilitarian. Grayed out slacks, the occasional belt strap, things that are effectively meant to leverage or hang random utensils on. Just equipage taking priority in terms of appearance. And he doesn't exactly carry anything heavy with him. In terms of equipment, he doesn't even have a bag in his hands. The majority of that is just being held by two droids accompanying him. One skeletal, awkwardly shaped, with a kind of a unar wheel directly beneath it. Everything else about it grayed in blue pigments. The one next to that, hovering above ground, about a foot above, just kind of drifting about, this ominous orange glint coming from its visor. Nothing else really would catch people's eye, I don't think.
So,
Um,
who's the first one to react to that walking onto the ship?
Hi. How are you? Who are
Doesn't say
you?
anything at first. He just kind of looks about. He's immediately taken by like the quality and condition of the hull. And then he'll step up, pull one of the bags from the droid that's carrying it. Do you all know what you're riding about in right now? Are you aware of that?
We're in a mail truck, if I remember correctly.
I mean, specifically the shuttle.
Nope.
This is the last bastion of the YKL series. An incredible last gasp for a failing enterprise. Terrible quality, cheaply manufactured. Unfortunate. If I remember right, it's a rear encumbering cargo capacity of about 60 tons. Stretch if you're acquainted with it. Somewhere around the perishable limit of maybe a month's time, month and a half. It's incredible. And none of you were aware of the make and model that you're riding about in.
At this point, Tank kind of gives Benya the hand, like talk to the hand motion.
Points at him like, one day.
Like, I'll shoot you, dude. I will find.
Right here in front of the bat, I will put you down.
God and the bat as my witness.
The bat is my witness.
That is my witness.
So he'll stand up from like sorting out his own stuff. Well, it's about on par with the quality of the operation we're running here. But I didn't find the need to point it out because I thought no one here spoke, common galactic. Turns out I was wrong.
Well, I'll tell you right now, son. My education is erudite. I'm pretty familiar when it comes to mechanics. And specific, I'm familiar with this here craft. And he kind of like starts feeling about the hull. This little bastard gets quicker than he should have. So he scuttles about, moving from position to position, opening up panels in the walls that you probably didn't know were there, and just starts looking at the wiring.
As you open up one of the panels, a bunch of small Corellian alcohol cakes will start falling out of the compartment behind the panel.
Is
Oh,
that why she
absolutely
hid
not.
them?
Oh, that's disgusting.
How many did she store in here? I thought we cleaned those out.
I thought I ate them
Obviously we-
all.
Well, we got the leftovers apparently.
I'm gonna
You
waddle over and just grab all the cakes.
The
Absolutely.
bats away from it. Like the cakes as they hit the ground.
They're as gross and unrefrigerated as they were 2 weeks ago.
They don't go bad. I thought we established this.
No, they start
don't-
bad.
No, Glennon, are you really going to take the word of that person?
Yeah.
Why?
What's life if you don't trust?
That's a great way to live
You-
life.
You could trust us and understand that that will make you sick.
Let the man have his cakes. It didn't kill the Twi'lek. It's probably not going to kill Glennon.
Tank's just in the back and like, what is life if you don't trust?
I don't know, Tank. What's your life?
I will say,
I'll none of that from you.
none of you guys have seen that Twi'lek chick in 2 weeks. It may have killed her.
She made him miss died, right?
Then we'll consider this. Oh.
Don't worry about it
Fine.
though.
Look, I guess eat the cakes. I can do a physical if you start feeling ill. We'll experiment with it.
We'll experiment with the cakes. Jesus Christ.
If they're bad enough, we could probably use them as weapons.
Ben will
What,
look
we're
very
poisoning
considering about this.
our
like,
enemies now.
I mean, you could probably rig a bomb with it. I don't know how,
That-
but you probably could.
It's kind of
I
like
think it
powering
would
the
be
clock with a
considered
potato.
biological warfare. Would it not?
The key part of that is the logical and the warfare part.
That's right. You know, it's actually funny. I was going to mention the fact that the foodstuff spoilage is something you could calculate. But if you don't mind about the things going off, I guess it's fine.
If it's bad
Well,
enough, we could.
I'm not going to eat it, so
That's fair.
I'll take my
me neither.
stash.
Glennon makes away with all the cakes. Like, nice score.
Kennedyne
So
immediately pulls out the data pad and starts going through the schematics for the rest of the ship.
it's pretty stock standard, except it is like 30% spare parts at this point. It is. It hasn't been like totaled before, but it has like 4 months of very intense paramilitary use on top of 7 years of being used as a mail truck before that. So it really got more messed up as a mail truck. But yeah, it's in good nick. But it's definitely not straight from the factory.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less than fresh. Kind of like those cakes in the wall.
Yeah.
And,
Which
Go
reminds
ahead.
me, Emmy, do tell me when you're eating those, because Corellian alcohol cakes are not just alcoholic in the name, they are 100% alcoholic, so if you are consuming them, you will be hammered for your mission.
No, it's in moderation, you know. It's a little snack.
Okay, so
As
what's
a wind
moderation as far as the Wolf Boy is concerned?
He's responsible. Cake a day. Keep the doctor away.
Sure, okay. Cool. So with that in mind, Murder, I believe, as Mr. Tank, you wanted to say something to the bat before we got distracted with the cakes?
I think it was just like, well, feel free to look at the wiring, but make sure to strap in when we take off.
yeah, not a problem at all, actually. Right now, I'm kind of looking over the hyperdrive that you guys are coming equipped with. That's what is that? A class 2, I think. Standardized model, capable of navigating outside of real space, but there's something wrong here. I mean, the mandatory class 12 isn't actually equipped yet. You've all noticed that, right? You've got a class 8.
Yeah, it's again, as I said, pretty shoddy.
Oh no, I mean, I'm able to recognise shoddy handiwork, but that's not just shoddy, that's dangerous. And honestly, might be fun to test out. I've never seen a ship go through hyperspace and then immediately cut out.
You're about to see a lot of things then.
Oh, it's going to be fun. All right. In the meantime, while I get acquainted with the rest of this, my name is Keradog Cadigan.
Tank. Just Tank.
pleasure to make your acquaintance.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Yeah. For those of you that are willing to speak on that,
Wonderful to meet you. She stops glaring at Tank to look at the bat. It's wonderful to meet you. Welcome
That is-
aboard.
a stony glare. That's this is dangerous.
Yeah, it
Alright.
kind of comes with being a cold-hearted bitch.
Wow.
No,
No.
one day I'm gonna get to laugh at you, and you're not gonna know why.
Yeah, when
Anyway.
you go mad from old age.
Damn.
Oh, you're one to talk. Your
Ah,
knees
baby.
creak
Older
yet.
than her?
I've aged
Aren't-
gracefully. You're on a
aren't
one-way
You've
track,
done
lady.
nothing in your life gracefully.
Listen here, you runt.
Here's
Fully
my
turns
question for
around from the
both of you.
fucking bat.
I got 2 questions for the both of you while you bicker in front of the bat. any identifiable insignia? The equipment that you're rocking, I know, is the wetsuit because we all feel special and dry. But like, anything about your persons that would denote a culture?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, because out of character, I know, but in character, I want to see if I can get a hint.
Well, no. There's the obvious answer, but like the implication goes pretty deep. Give me a second.
Take your time.
Kat, you wearing anything that screams Mando?
Yeah, like I said in the first intro, she's got the wetsuit or like the dive suit, but it is like painted Mando colors. Like,
How would you describe Mando colors out of curiosity?
well, no, there's the style you paint it in, and each color has meaning, like things like that. So, I have her colors written down. Hold on, somewhere.
Not necessarily like culture-wise, but all of his bags have like kind of faded out like CIS branding also.
Okay.
And because that's where he got them. And he's just been keeping a hold of them for like 10 years now. His gun probably has clan insignia etched into it, which is in Mendo, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. There it is. So she has red and black.
I thought you were going to say red and blue, and I was going to be like, you are Chiss through and through. All right.
No.
No, that's Benia.
Yeah.
Siren is the Chiss.
Yeah, Siren's the shit.
Yeah.
But
You're the human.
no.
There we go.
Yes, I'm the human, the redhead human. This one. No, come back, Ben.
She's one with the
put
Force
token
now.
just a little too far. But yeah, she'd have her clan insignia probably on the pauldron.
Okay.
And we never discussed this, but you two are rivaling clans, or you just hate each other?
Just hate
No, we
each other.
just hate each other. Clans
Okay.
are probably allied at this point, but we just hate each other.
Well,
There's really only
actually, at this date, there isn't a lot of clan cooperation because
That's true.
the 9,000
Yeah.
years happened like 4 years ago.
Yeah, no. So, well, not outwardly antagonistic. We just don't get along.
there's not a lot of clan culture at this point. There's the Death Watch remnant and like cults forming. There's not.
Okay,
Like
so you're just both
actual-
unpleasant people, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, no, like have a long history. of
Perfectly
hating
pleasant.
Each other specifically.
But yeah, no, we just hate each other.
Okay, cool. So, unless there's any more kind of talking to each other you guys want to do before taking off, we can jump to you guys going into transit. Now we have someone who's good at astronavigation, so I no longer feel obliged to give you guys a hand wave on that. So we're going to set that roll up.
Do we have a pilot?
Hi.
The bat, actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna crash this fucking vehicle.
I would
No, that's-
prefer you
Well,
not do that.
You wouldn't be
it
the
would-
worst pilot we've ever had in that case.
At
Well-
least you can hear the dangers in space, you know.
I'd heard a bit about that one. You kind of need astrogation.
You kind of
Little
do,
bit.
yes.
Details.
We
In
told
time,
Irish
specifically.
probably 20% of our horror stories. He understands.
About
Yeah.
the last session we had? Or...
No, not that one. No. Over 5 years of this game.
Okay, because, I mean,
Pilot has been touch
that
and
pink
go.
Twi'lek, good lord.
She was
Did tell him everything.
she was
about
one of the
pink
better
Twi'lek.
ones, relatively
Was she?
speaking. Yeah, one of the better pilots.
Pi-
Not necessarily players,
Piloting,
but pilots,
definitely. Players, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
History
Like-
of being a pilot is rough.
I can say one thing, and it's not promising to be the best pilot or the best player, but I can go a direction long enough to not, land or collide with something. Yay!
That's
I
basically
love
all
that in a
piloting
pilot.
is. That's all piloting is.
A plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a 2 purple check. You are heading off a major hyperspace line, so that we do get a black for that. You have an app computer, that's all good. Cool. Currently, we're looking at a DC of 1 black, 2 purple. Do you have any
Alright.
talents that would affect that?
No talents, but I do have a droid that helps me with it. Good old
Okay.
Navi droid.
So, I will give you a blue dice because he's giving you the aid action. I know rules is written how the system works. You get to give your intelligence and use someone else's proficiency.
Yeah.
But that became cumbersome in the first campaign, so we just do essentially it's like D&D. It's the aid action. Here's a blue dice.
I'll go with your ruling there. That's not a problem.
Cool. But I will let you benefit from his ability, his talent, which is he can remove 1 black dice from astronavigation checks.
Yep. Which is perfect.
Cool. I've added the blue dice and the 2 purple dice to the GM dice pool. You may roll your astronavigation check when you're ready.
All right. You want me to hit with astrogation first, or are we going for piloting immediately?
So I considered a difficulty 0 check to kind of get an orbit here, but if you want, you can do a roll to see if you make it out of Atmo.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if the ship's even going to take us.
Okay, we'll start with piloting. Roll your piloting check, please.
All right. See if I get any kind of help from my boy with the
The
piloting there.
droid can co-pilot with a
Yep.
agility check.
Yeah, so there's a co-piloting maneuver. The droid has to do a 2 purple piloting check. If it succeeds, it will then give you it will reduce the difficulty for you, which in this context I'll just throw a green on your side because it's already difficulty 0.
Right. Which is actually really handy.
Cool. So from your droid sheet, roll piloting.
All right. Droid, come here. Roll that. What'd you roll, buddy?
He is
Roll
not
good.
helping you.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
So he has added 1 purple to your difficulty, as he is 100%, he's reaching over, he's pressing your buttons. This droid is not ready for this cockpit.
All right. Bad first introduction. Thank you so much. Columnist, get out of my face. All right. He's immediately going to grab the steering.
Which of the 2 of your droids is this one that failed?
This is Columbus. This is the ruthless but loyal droid.
Okay, cool. He believes that the best way to help you is to not do what you're currently saying.
All right. It's bad. It's a bad start.
Yeah. So he's going to stay here and keep helping you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm just going to go ahead and roll for that piloting now.
Yep.
Wahoo.
Okay.
Thank you, Columbus.
Now I want to know for the record, the 2 purples entirely the droid.
Yep.
Thank you, Columbus.
Okay. So what we're gonna do here is the entirety of the failure is you guys are just not taking off. As you keep trying to attempt to do it, the droid keeps just pressing. As you press a button, you turn the engine on. You get it warming up. The droid will press the opposite button on the co-pilot station to turn it off.
Yeah. Caradog is actively trying to swing on the droid. He's not strong. It doesn't do anything.
The droid swings back at you. Again, it doesn't do anything. If at any point you start getting an edge, the droid will start getting you with a fire extinguisher.
The cockpit looks terrible.
So everywhere else in the ship, you guys just hear slapping, and you hear the engine turning on and off. You see the headlights turning on.
I have concerns about our new pilot.
Caradog's just sitting in the cockpit screaming, "I'm going to get you an inhibited ship!" I swear to God.
I think it's just like
think we
performance anxiety, you know.
Yeah, I think
give
we
it-
just have
give
to
him a
trust the
minute.
process.
Oh, you're drowning me.
Ooh, that was a big one with the fire extinguisher. Oh no.
The other droid is gonna move in and start pulling you two apart.
Okay, Ubex, please take him to the back. Keep him away from me. He's not going to help right now.
The droid will inform you in binary. I will take care of this.
Much appreciated. Don't hurt him. Don't, no, I know what you mean by that. Don't hurt him.
The droid will slump its head as it leaves the room.
Oh god. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to fix him later. That's fine. All right, back again. He's gonna try and take off again.
Okay. Now, I'll give you. I'll let you. We'll use those two advantages to give you a blue dice on this. Even though you failed to take off, your fight with Columbus gave you an opportunity to familiarize yourself with the control layout here.
Yeah, I know how to turn on the ship and then turn it back on.
Yeah.
And then turn it back on. All right, that's awesome.
Okay.
Let's get that blue die.
Okay. You can do this.
Yep.
You just have to roll a success.
I'm trying to remember if I add in the modifier myself, or if
Oh.
you're going to be doing that.
So I'll do it. I'll
Oh.
generally do it unless we're in combat, and like in every turn, if you say I aim, then you do it yourself, so I don't have to keep changing the dice pool per player.
That is perfect. Alrighty, so I'm gonna roll.
Okay. Without
That's
the
really good.
without the
Wait,
assistance.
where's the-
Oh no, there's no difficulty when he's
okay.
not being wrestled by his droid. He's just taken off and leaving.
I don't have to fight a person while actively flying a plane.
Usually makes it easier.
It does
Um,
sometimes.
Like butter is the second attempt at flying. It's smooth, it's easy. You guys aren't even aware that you guys have really taken off until you look out a window. You will see that one of the droids has stuck the other one in a closet and has locked the closet. So you do hear a droid trying to break it out of a closet, but aside from that, it's smooth, relaxing, easy. Within 10 minutes, you make it into atmosphere, and then about 20 minutes later, you guys leave the planet's gravity well. So, with that in mind, may I now have your astronavigation check?
Yes. It didn't take that long. See, guys? It's easy peasy, like I said.
Okay, cool. We don't die in the vacuum of space, everyone.
Woo!
Okay.
Victory.
Best damn pilot in the galaxy.
Well, you are, because every pilot before you either could fly or could astronavigate. They couldn't do both.
It's
That
very
is-
exciting to have someone who can do both.
It's disappointing.
Oh,
So-
it was at the time.
Yeah.
So-
It was.
It takes a little bit less time than it normally would have, as per the advantage. But you managed to plot the jump to Tatooine. It's going to take you several days to get there, but the hard part's done. You just have to wait for the ship to arrive now.
Yeah.
So,
I think Killer Dog, midway through it, throws that thing in auto and eventually kind of just glances outside of the screen so that he can get a better look at the hyperlanes that he's going to be traversing.
Yep. I will say, you look at that screen, entirely covered in a fire extinguisher foam.
Oh, right, yeah, no, I should have thought of
Yeah.
that.
Yep, look at yourself, still covered in that. Look around everywhere but the piloting section you were just using, entirely covered in fire retardant foam.
Yeah, my skin is starting to burn. I don't know if this is right.
Yep, it is. Do not apply to skin, clean off immediately. Definitely don't leave it there for 30 minutes while doing stuff.
I'm gonna go ahead and just try and drown myself. Oh. He's gonna put that in autopilot and start walking to the back of the ship.
Yeah,
There's a
bathroom
shower
hall,
area.
first door on the right.
Thank you very much.
Glenn will find a I guess, a mop, a bucket, and start cleaning up the piloting area.
So the good news is the floor is grated. So it doesn't kind of like rest on the deck plating. It kind of goes under the grating, and it can kind of be kind of picked up from areas where you kind of have like runoff, kind of collection areas. The bit that's like, oh, I don't really want to do this is you have to kind of go across the consoles and take everything off without getting any liquids or anything like that in the buttons.
Oh,
Press every
Glenn is
button.
agile. He'll do his best.
yeah, Glenn. Here, I'll lend you a hand.
But like you know what, I was gonna set the difficulty 0 trick. We just rolled one and saw what happened. So we have 1 blue dice from Kat. Emmy, can I have a coordination check?
Sure. Do you have any ranks in this, Benia, or no?
What was it? Coordination?
Yeah.
Coordination.
Yeah, I got 1 rank in it. 1 yellow, 2 green.
Okay, maybe we swap around then, because I'm just the 3 green.
Okay, sure. For sure.
Like,
So-
Glennon, you just need to start yoga, man.
Yeah, no, that's how Ben finds her center and is so zen with the world. And coordinated. She does
Yeah.
yoga.
Mandalorian yoga.
Space Pilates. It's just
Yoga.
it's basically kickboxing for anyone but a Mando
Yeah.
at this
I
point.
was gonna say,
Okay,
it's
so-
just like, it's like goat yoga, but with more grenades.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is the blue on your side or mine?
it's on my side.
Okay. Yeah, we survive.
You don't accidentally turn shit off while, you know, working on an active console.
Fantastic. All is well.
I'm so proud.
Yeah. So, our friendly bat person is able to kind of shower it all off. So I don't think I gave you an orientation on the ship, but so we've got main cargo hold / dining area. We've got cockpit, which has some weapon controls, co-pilot and science station, as well as like, you know, the actual piloting station. We've got engineering, which you've got main computer, you've got hyperdrive, and then you've got like ship systems over here. Over here you have kind of the like main weapon controls, which kind of controls
The gunnery.
yeah, it's gunnery, yeah. You've got the shower over here. You've got your main corridors, and you've got kind of the personnel room. You've got bunk beds. You've got a wardrobe. You've got a seat, and you've got a little table, but the table also is is filled with storage sections. There are not enough beds for people to all sleep at the same time, but the design philosophy is that people will be hot bunking it while on a mission.
Yeah, not a problem. And also, being honest, I feel like Keter Dog's used to sleeping in the cockpit anyways.
Well, that makes it easy because Glennon's already sleeping on the floor, so there are in fact now enough beds for everyone.
But listen, if you feel more comfortable in the cockpit, we're welcome to sleep there.
It's true. That's true.
There is
What
also
actually-
a couch.
There's a
Nobody
couch.
wants to use the couch.
It is not a comfortable couch.
That is why.
More think bench. More bench than couch.
Well, it's like a regular couch, except that it's got like a hard metal frame, and the padding is only about an inch to a half inch.
Oh,
But if you kind of
So-
lift up the seats, you've got a storage space under there because it's essentially a box with a little bit of foam on top.
I was gonna say that's just a bedecked operating table. Like I don't think that's at all.
Oh, see, there we go. We found our medic bay.
Well, I thought that was the dining table.
I eat there.
Tis.
Oh,
Like,
And
it's
Yeah, I don't
fine.
there.
There's blood in your food anyway, Cat.
I mean, not usually. No.
Like at some point, I mean.
like at some point, You've lived life.
Yeah.
Who among us hasn't just had a little blood for dinner sometime?
Well, no, I mean the food you're eating at one point had blood. So did the table you eat on.
Not if
Honestly,
she's eating
no,
fucking Cheerios.
yeah, I was
What
about to
is-
say, it sounds like you're talking about like Captain Crunch lacerating your mouth.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Most
see?
violent of all the cereals.
Actually, yeah, you're probably right. I was going to debate that. It's like, no, I agree.
Yeah, no, it's
Uh,
true. Like, them shits is razor blades. Like,
So,
Chewing glass.
uh,
Delicious sugary
Actually-
glass, but still glass.
it's true.
starting with Irish, we're going to go from, we're going to pair you guys up for just a conversation in transit. So, Irish, out of any of your crewmates right now, who would you like to most hang out with during transit?
During transit. Goodness gracious, and I gotta choose already?
Yeah.
Pick favorite?
You do.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go
No
talk to my
pressure.
robot.
No, hang on, you can't pick your robots.
Your robots are arguing with each other. They've already paired off.
They are actively trying to murder one another. Hey, they're kind of like you guys.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There you go. So I'm used to it. I guess Kenadog, I can't get out of the bathroom. I'm trapped in the bathroom. There we go. Kenadog is going to, I guess, like walk up through the corridor. He's got it's kind of a towelette wrapped around his ears and then one around his shoulders as he's trying to kind of chase the water away. And I reckon the first person that he'd actually speak to is the first one that he spoke to entering the ship. Good old Tank right in front of him. He'll give him a bit of a glance, but less so him as much as his equipage. He looks towards those duffel bags with a bit of a knowing glare.
Tank, you think he likes you because of your body and your equipment.
Yeah, I want to fight you right now.
So I'll pair you two off. Now, Emmy,
I will say,
uh,
you can. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask. I was just gonna quickly get the other pair set up.
Yeah,
Emmy?
do that.
Who's Glennon Pickham?
The wall.
I
Oh.
picked the wall.
Oh, there's a D2. We're gonna see a favorite. Siren. Okay.
Steven.
Okay, you two are paired up.
Oh, oh,
Hey, Kat.
I love it.
Who are you talking
Hey,
to?
Patmore. Apparently myself, but maybe the robots.
So, Kat, you have a choice, right? You can hang out with a
Mhm.
robot, or you can just hang out alone, or you can just rudely walk into someone else's conversation and join in.
Oh yeah.
Look, I'm trying to put our best foot forward with our new crewmate, so I might go barge in on Glenn and Siren, because it'll turn into Benny of Tank if we don't do that.
Okay, so Kat, when we start their RP, your job is to wait until it is cinematically the funniest or most appropriate to then walk into that conversation.
Don't worry, Patmore, same page.
Okay, cool. So, starting with Mr. Power Strong,
Sir Power Strong, but I'll let the.
you have not earned a knighthood, son.
Who knighted you? Who knighted you? Wait a second.
The Mandalore himself before he died.
I
No,
was there, I promise.
yeah, no, he absolutely did not knight you. He also didn't
so-
like your gumption.
I didn't like his
Ooh.
gumption either.
Which one? Fucking Django,
Man.
Satine, Darth Maul.
Nah, Ted.
Smirchment of gumption.
So when you have an empire collapsing, like they go through leaders very, very quickly near the end, it's just Ted didn't like him.
Yeah.
So what? Ted was the pre-Jaster Murillo of Mandalorian before he got shot in the head.
Maybe.
We don't talk about Jasta Maria. We not never bring him up.
Some wounds are too fresh.
Yeah. So, with that in mind, yeah, what do you two talk about?
So he's just checking out my bags, right?
Yeah, might be a little bit of background noise. It seems as though this little rodentine figure is a touch enamored with the bags. More the iconography on him. And it's something that he tries to immediately break away from after kind of glimpsing a little too hard.
I don't often say this. Penny for your thoughts.
I don't know what a penny is, but yeah, I don't exactly know. If I'm being completely honest, I wasn't expecting to see that kind of insignia working with the rest of the rebellion. Are you affiliated? Well, I guess in the past.
Served, yeah. But I
Wow.
served it with a lot of people, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know about that. Loyalty in arms is kind of an important concept, especially depending on the people that you're fighting alongside.
Loyalty to the people, not necessarily the ideal.
Yeah, I guess that can be true. But no, to get off that incredibly morbid subject, you don't exactly look fresh to all of this. Kind of an old warrior, kind of the battle-hardened archetype that's going about looking for a fight.
You got it.
Wow. Here I am playing psychoanalyzer. That's fascinating.
Works for me, I get to talk less.
I talk a little too much, if I'm being completely honest. But it might behoove both of us to talk about where we have served and frequented. Specifically, have you gone to Tatooine before?
This is gonna be an entirely random check again. Hold on.
It's fair.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember there being a theater on Tatooine during the Clone Wars, but it could, like, there might be a lesser battle mode if you roll whatever you're looking
Well,
for.
no, it just like, just out of fucking necessity through Tank's life, he was wandering around space, just ending up on Tatooine at some point, like bumping around the Outer Rim doesn't seem far fetched.
Hey, mate,
Not
it's where all
doing
the losers wash up.
Damn.
You picking a fight?
No, I actually quite like Obi-Wan.
It's not to say that he wasn't a loser.
Well, he did. Well, no, hang on. He only ever lost
No, we're
one
not-
fight.
Hush.
Still a loser.
No, he'll go for 20 minutes. You trust me.
It's better to
I was
know
about
if you want
to.
progress.
Okay. I've been there. Didn't serve there. Wasn't a prominent battlefield.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, I don't think most of the people on Tatooine actually intended on going to Tatooine.
It's just a place you wash up at some point.
Absolutely. You drunken stupor, owe too many debts, you apparently have children that you didn't know about. A whole bunch of things can happen. But I've tried my best to steer clear of it. This is going to be the first time I'm willingly going to a destination so unwelcoming. And
All
to do
goes
so,
well, we'll be in and out within the hour, so you don't have to worry about it.
Ah, so you're very certain of your own skills, eh?
If I wasn't, I'd be dead.
That's true. Sometimes. Then you got the people that are just lucky. But, instead of just confabulating for the sake of talking and hearing noise, reckon you could tell me about the rest of the crew? Opinions and such. You've been working with them longer than I ever have seen them, so might actually help me.
He kind of stops wrestling with his, like, essentially scrap, and to lean on, like, a box to, like, if he was looking right down here, kind of just looks in this general area. Well,
Box isn't stable, don't do it. No.
haven't really been well acquainted with most of them, except, well, I feel like you already know.
Right. The one that you're currently threatening, but not threatening, but threatening.
Yeah, the evil one.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, that's a description.
There's not much to say, I guess. The blue one's a little too fresh for my liking. Glenn's brilliant, but a little too relaxed. And Benya's evil.
And they're evil, yeah. So far, it sounds like a well-rounded group of individuals, and all of them mentally stable.
He kind of
Looks
doesn't have a
up at
comment
him.
on that one.
Yeah, he kind of like looks up at him for a minute as the awkward silence takes, and he's like, "Well, all right. I suppose we'll get the chance to talk about other things as we go along, and I might want to go make sure that my droid isn't trying to kamikaze us into a star."
Always good, but I do have a question for you.
Oh yeah, be obliged.
Just so I know it won't be a problem. You definitely have a history with. He kind of motions to like the insignia. Would you say not good or bad, but crippling or beneficial?
In what regard?
Personal, financial, whatever regard you want to take, whatever regard comes to mind first. I'll know what your priorities are then.
All right, we can play at this game. In that case, I'd say, kind of itches at his craw for a minute, pulls a little bit of fuzz that kind of sheds off of his chin. Well, I'd say familial.
Good enough. Good luck.
Yeah, same to you. We'll be there in the kind of looks at his non-existent watch. Soon enough.
You look at your chrono that is entirely full of fire extinguisher foam, as it somehow sealed it in when you're having a shower.
Oh, I've got to get another one. Oh no.
Okay, jumping
Just,
to the gunnery section, also known as the section of conspiracies. Glennon, Siren, what are you two doing?
Probably staring awkwardly at each other, to be honest.
I get it.
So what brought you to the Resistance?
I can't rightly say. It was just like a feeling. It was like I guess an impulse, you could say.
Do you get impulses a lot to do?
Yeah, I
things
find
like-
it. I don't know. I find it best that you just don't think too much about the decisions you're about to make. So you get a feeling to do something, you go ahead and do it. No regrets, you know.
That's fair, I guess. Where are you from?
Great question.
Okay.
I don't really know. I'm sorry. Emmy hasn't fleshed out all of his backstory yet. He is a wandering soul. I'm really bad with names of like planets and galaxies, so.
Sorry, I just want to clarify. When you say planets and galaxies, is the implication that Glennon is intergalactic?
Sure.
In his mind.
In his mind. Emmy's a dumbass. I don't know anything about Star Wars, guys.
No, I think that should be
I
canon.
absolutely love it.
Like,
I think that one should be canon.
That you're from fucking Fire Fist Galaxy is great. I love it.
like, you know, I mean,
It's a
yeah,
season
I'm not gonna canonize anything here because that is a whole
I
bag
am.
of worms being extragalactic. But you can believe you are, and we can just roll with that as just a
think he does. I
general
think he's just saying
misunderstanding of
words.
space.
Yeah. He doesn't have the best like presence. Like he's not the most charismatic guy. So, and now he's being interrogated and he's not used to it.
But Emmy, just
People
for
being
your
interested in him.
reference, this is where you're from. Well, at least this is where your race is from.
Yeah, I looked it up. I have a little document on it. I just haven't decided Glennon's
Deal.
story necessarily. Yeah.
Fair.
How about you, Siren?
Where I'm from,
Yeah. What made you join the rebellion? Stuff like that.
well, to be honest, I'm not really sure where I was born. I was found on Jeddah when I was an infant, maybe a little bit older because my force abilities were apparent, and a Jedi fetched me back to Coruscant, and I'm here because I don't really have anywhere else to go, and they're willing to harbor me in the face of the orders to kill all Force users. So,
At this point, Ben will bust down the door and be like, "Guys, I cannot find where Tank put the rations. I've been trying to stock the kitchen for like 10 minutes
Anyone
now."
know?
Did you check his
peanut butter
fourth
sack?
bag?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Did you check his fourth bag? He has them all labeled. So
why would he put it in his bag?
'Cause
he hasn't unpacked it yet.
But why would he put it in his bag?
because he's
I
an
don't know.
idiot.
What if there's an emergency? What if we crash? You know, we have to like grab what we need really quickly. One bag, all the rations, easy survival.
That doesn't mean he has to preempt. We haven't even crashed yet.
Yeah, but what if?
We're hold on. We're probably not going to crash. There it is.
I would certainly hope so. This pilot seems better than the last.
Oh my god. I gotta go. I guess I'm going to go pick a fight. I'll be back.
If you
Well,
want, you
or
can
not.
hang out and not pick
Yeah.
a fight. Sometimes being angry is exhausting. You know, it's not exhausting. Hanging out with people that don't make you angry.
Sure. Sure. How's the gunnery going?
It's great. I don't know how to use it.
Does anyone know how to use the gunnery other than the obvious?
I know I can fix all the chairs though around the ship if you want to watch.
Yeah, the chair is amazingly. It looks great.
Thanks.
It's really fantastic work.
We were just talking about how we came to be part of this insane.
This little endeavor we're all doing.
Right. I didn't really have a choice. In that I had nowhere else to go, so.
Well, better. If you're going to be hunted across the galaxy by the Empire, might as well do it in service of something.
Yeah.
Right. And, well, I couldn't go back to Scylla anyway. They don't like Force users.
Well, they don't sound great.
Most people don't these days.
That's probably why I ended up on Jeddah.
What is the Force anyway? It's like magic.
It's like some people think about things real hard and stuff happens, I think. But not too hard.
That is a fairly apt description, I suppose. There have been worse descriptions. She'll think about encouraging Glennon. Hold on, let me roll this dice, please. No.
You didn't think hard enough, or you thought evil thoughts too hard.
She did. She was like worried about the fight that you were about to go pick with Tank.
We haven't managed to punch a hole in the hull yet, so it'll probably be fine.
My power currently is a bit. Well, I was very young when all of the awfulness happened, so I don't have all of the training I should.
Do you need like a teacher or something?
Eventually, that would be a good idea. I can do a few things, but not much.
I'll keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Eye out for any rogue Jedis in hiding that might be looking for a too old Padawan.
What, like it's hard?
Yep.
Oh man, that's good. I love it.
Yep. That's that. Yeah, dime a dozen, Glenn.
Yep.
Just go down to the Jedi store.
Pick up a couple. See what fits.
You know, they come in 6-packs.
Oh, what a bargain. I mean, yeah, I guess if we find anyone looking in particularly pursued, I guess I'll ask him about it.
Right. I'm not optimistic, so my only guess is literature will be my literature, or holocron might be my only way to progress.
What about practical experience, like out
Yeah,
in the field, thinking really
I don't know
hard?
anything about like holograms or whatever, but have you tried just winging it?
I just did try to wing it, and it wasn't going to work in a way that
Oh.
I feel comfortable with. So
No, I'm sure it did something. Good job.
Would it help if like
appreciate-
we thought about the same thing as you? Does that like combine and make your
yeah.
force power
Just, like-
better?
Does like us thinking about it like help you?
I don't know, Patmore, does that help?
Two people as force sensitive as a rock, thinking about the force real hard next to a Jedi.
There are examples in universe of when you have multiple force users kind of focusing on the same thing, you kind of get like exponentially better results. Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, you're hanging out with two people who barely understand what the force is, let alone anything else. So no.
I'm not sure. I think I have one book that I have. I'm going to meditate on it during our to try and hopefully increase my ability to get a result I am comfortable with.
You literally got Force users for dummies. Oh my fucking goodness.
Well, Patmore
Um,
gave it to me in the other campaign and let me keep it when we switched gears.
That is brilliant.
Yeah.
A little guidebook for the up and coming Jedi
Yeah.
Knight.
Listen, we stopped at Space Barnes and Noble, picked up a couple for Dummies books. Like, you know, it's fine. We got the Twi'lek How to Pilot for Dummies. We got Siren Force Users for Dummies. It's fine.
Oh, that's fucking great.
How many years after Order 66 is this? I keep forgetting.
5.
5. Yeah. So 5 years
so-
out of Massacre.
She was probably like 13 or 14 when all of this happened.
Yeah, you know, it's been 5 chill years, you know, hanging out, no longer having to go to Jedi school, you know. You're getting a little bit bored now of all the free time, but, you know, it's chill.
Yeah, we don't talk about all those nightmares she has and the PTSD. No, this is good.
Yeah, no, it's just chill. I don't know why you're trying to bring it down.
What is a Star Wars character if they don't have undiagnosed PTSD that we don't talk about because it's technically children's media? Like,
Yeah.
really? It's practically not Star Wars if they don't have that.
Yeah, that's kind
It's
of how I'm
worthless, but,
explaining how Luke didn't kill her. Is she wasn't a youngling; she was actually a Padawan.
Damn.
Not
Luke
Luke,
Luke
Anakin.
was negative 1 day old at that point. Give him a break.
Yeah, he's a murderer.
He was still cooking.
Sorry, I mean he did try to kill his nephew.
In
Yeah, 'cause he
canon,
was
which
a
hang on,
ass teacher.
bringing it up just in case it's fallen off the radar. That's all in canon. All the sequel movies don't exist in our continuity. We're playing the legend, so don't worry about that shit.
Anyway,
He's
so
just a
Anakin-
mediocre teacher right now, not a terrible, terrible one.
He's 5 years old.
Yeah,
now.
he's 5. He's
I mean,
hanging out in the
okay.
sand.
Well, I wouldn't say he's a good teacher now, would he? Would I? If
No.
he's 5, my point stands.
This boy is an expert at drinking blue milk. All right, like, this little
Yeah.
fucker is incredibly good at things.
Like,
Yeah.
listen, if you want like playing with toy spaceships, which I guess he does better at 19 in the movie than he does at 5, and drinking blue milk, he's got you covered.
I'll be completely honest though. Kid Luke gets up to some violent ass shit in the comics too. Like I don't.
Oh,
know.
yeah.
That's true.
Like, in fact, I'm
Anyway.
going to open my timeline up for 1 moment.
Yeah,
Like,
we're gonna do this now.
I
God
think
damn it!
What's 5-year-old Luke doing right now?
the most relevant thing happening to Luke right now is that he's been separated from his aunt and uncle by like a big sandstorm and some raiders, and Obi-Wan's like gonna save him or something. Is the only
No.
entrance for Luke at this year.
He was kidnapped by Tusken Raiders. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, it's yeah. Fuck, what is that short story? From a certain point of view.
Yeah.
It's a book of short stories I'm categorically obsessed with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he is doing shit. It's just not big stuff yet. You know, you need to wait a little
He's
while.
the damsel at the moment. Luke's
Yeah.
being saved. Let that little fucker be the the waif at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What dope ass story though, because it's the first time you actually get to meet Darth Krayt before he's even Darth Krayt.
Oh.
That shit is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Darth Krayt's cool. And well, I'm not going to go into that tangent. So, you guys, unless there's any other conversations you guys want to have, you guys will arrive at
Can
your first
I-
stop, which is the post office, yes.
Can I try to meditate throughout this process and recenter myself?
I will
There's
need...
a really good wall you can stare at.
It is not a good wall. They're lying. It's painted poorly. Looking at it, channels dark side.
I don't want to channel the dark side, so I'll stare up at the ceiling.
I was mostly joking with that, but yes.
Hatred.
There's one wall that channels dark side, but the ceiling channels light side. And it doesn't come.
I stare directly into the lights.
Air
Air conditioning helps channel the light side.
Yeah, you stare at the lights, your eyes stop working.
What do I roll?
So it's a discipline check.
Discipline. Oh,
Yeah,
oh
and
no.
so before you roll, are people arguing around her?
No.
Is this
No.
just like a general before we arrive? Or
This
is
is
it...
this is like the day that you guys are stopping to deliver the mail and then doing one more spot.
Oh no, we're not stopping.
You're not
Well,
delivering the
no,
mail.
no,
The
Way
window?
No. We'll just get it on the way back.
Oh, okay. So this would be then the day right before arriving in Tatooine.
In like.
I
that
only get
case-
one attempt in 9 days.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty big check. It takes several days to do it. I'm just saying if people are arguing on the ship during transit.
Like no, but I do
um,
have something I want to talk in that time frame about. But I will let Angel have her check in her force moment.
Okay. Siren, make your roll.
Discipline?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Jeez Louise.
Okay, not today.
Cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that something in this area of space, something happening at this point in the galaxy, something happening on the ship is just throwing you off.
Oh,
Not
I
a
can give
vibe.
context if you'd like.
No,
Not a
I,
vibe.
I think she's just disappointed she can't make it work.
Oh god, it would have been hilarious if it was like right as you were about to make that connection, establish unity in the force, the fucking rat gets on the intercom and he's like, "Ah, we're almost on the flat."
I mean,
I
Attention all
offered
passengers.
to Cyrenite to soundproof your a little like spot for you if you need a fun meditation room.
that might be something I am. Yes. She starts with trying to be polite. Yes, please. I'm begging.
All right.
Okay.
This ship is far too small.
You know, not everyone's rich, okay? Sometimes you need a small ship.
It's very subtle.
Ram Koda on the subject of budgeting.
Well, no. His opinion is you're lucky he's giving you a ship, okay? He wasn't given a ship when he started, okay? He had to
Yes,
get
he
his own
was.
ships.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. He got like a equivalent of a Star Destroyer. He was a Jedi General.
No. Back in his day, you started in the trenches and you worked your way up to having a ship, okay? You
Him
guys have it
growing
easy.
up as a fucking war orphan doesn't count as him getting started.
Rom Coda's over there like, back of my dad, and wear a bucket on my head and fly a pod racer out of the atmosphere. You fucking.
Kids these days.
Like, how entitled can you be?
This generation.
No
Oh,
wonder the
that's
Empire took over.
funny. So it's
Okay,
your
well,
fault.
You kids with your 2 pairs of matching boots and your functioning hyperdrives.
And your potentially
And
not
me
dead
functioning
parents.
hyperdrives. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, Murder, you want to talk to someone.
Everyone, actually.
Okay, you want to talk to everyone. Do you want to use the
Yes.
intercom and be really passive aggressive, or just start yelling in the center of the ship?
Use the intercom to, like, call people into probably the cockpit, because the pilot needs to be there currently, because we're in real space.
Okay.
So...
Does everyone attend the meeting, or is anyone just flubbing it?
Now I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll go.
Yeah, first meeting, first like communal meeting. I think Gyarados put that thing on autopilot. He'll turn to Columbus and be like, "All right, it's been 7.5 days. I'm going to give you an ion of trust. Do not crash the ship, please."
They give you, like, the long droid stare.
Okay,
Before
I'm not.
interceding with, if you give me an apology, in binary.
You want me to apologize for you assaulting me?
Saving you.
All right, blast it. Yeah, I am incredibly sorry, Columbus.
You hear, like, the whirring noise of him recording this, and then he'll just
Oh,
say
don't
you're
you?
forgiven.
If he hangs his head low for a minute before he's just like, one of these days, I'm gonna dismantle you, and then he walks out of the fucking.
In binary, you get walk away.
I'm gonna kill my droid. I'm gonna kill my own droid.
That's the most opinionated astromech I've ever seen. Okay, meeting time? Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, people. And Benya.
Bastard.
Like, very formal.
Man's a professional.
We're about to make landfall, so assuming that none of you have done the necessary prep, I've taken the liberty of doing it for you, and I'm now going to face you with it. He kind of puts down the map of the complex. This is the building that we're going to be infiltrating. Sorta. Now, he looks around the room again. I imagine none of you are any good in hand-to-hand combat or with a sword.
I got a knife.
The lifting droid in the distance will raise a hand.
Not you.
You're not. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty decent, actually. I won't lie.
I don't think they allow droids in there. Specific, like
They
labor ones.
they don't, but he'll pull out a little shankies, mate.
He's made in shank.
I want to
Where did you get the knife? Where did that come from?
I want to remind everyone he has the quality unhinged. He made himself a shank.
You made a fucking dick. Why did you make a dick?
He's been sharpening a fucking toothbrush this whole time.
No. There was a bit of like loose debris he saw on the way to the ship, and he picked it up, and he's been sharpening it in the ship.
Okay,
Carrot Hawk's like, I didn't even notice you pick it up. Oh god.
so the droid is armed. Let's keep this in mind. For the,
Let's just keep this in mind.
meaning, in broad terms, we're not going to be. None of us are going to be fighting on behalf of whatever the hell our client's name is. So we're going to need an alternative pathway to success. Luckily, I have several. Any questions so far? Am I going too fast?
The droid will once again raise his hand.
I don't speak binary.
Ubats, all right, I'll relay everything that you don't understand after. All right, I'll get it back to you, please.
His legs will slightly telescopically lower as he lowers his head and just waddles out of the room.
I appreciate it. It's fun.
To go sharpen his knife in a different room.
Somebody really needs to keep an eye on that, right? Okay. First, the objective is to make sure, in more generic terms, that the client, that the person that we're working with, that's going to be, what's the term for it? Funneling money into the rebellion, gets their money return on the tournament. Right? Right. So to do that, we can do one of three things. We can go up there, get to the person running this whole thing, and politely negotiate this guy's money back. 2, we can break into their vault and take the money and just leave with it. 3, we can end this whole little slime ball operation, take the money, and maybe recruit the gladiators.
Okay, out of character. We're doing number 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gladiator fight.
It
None of us can
specifically
fight
says
melee.
we need to fight and we need to come in first or second place. So I'm confused. Out of character, what?
Well, that's not out of character information. That's kind of what the client said we should do. We don't have to do it. We can do it our way, essentially.
Yeah. What we need to happen is the client needs to not lose their return on investment.
Yeah, effectively, what takes priority is the client is happy with what happens. Doesn't need to be what the client thought was going to be what happens.
The simplest A to B solution absolutely would be find someone good with a weapon in melee and chuck them in the pit and hope they win. None of us fit that bill, so alternative routes need to be accounted for, just simply because it's not feasible.
Well, go ahead. Sil, you got an idea?
I mean, if my abilities work as I intend them to, I can help someone fight. I don't.
That's
I've never tried it in this sort of situation.
that's all well and good, but we don't have anyone that fits the bill for
Well, no,
a
I'm not
fighter
talking
to
about
put in.
us. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about whatever fighter we hire for this.
That's not a bad idea, actually. We could go down and wager some, wafer criminal, empower him, and put him in the pit.
We could probably poach the favorite.
Poaching the favorite's an option. We could tip the scale the other way. If our hire isn't good enough to beat them, we could make them bad enough to lose.
I can't
Oh
do
yeah, we
that,
could rig
but
the fights.
Little
we
food
got these
poisoning.
cakes.
Yeah, we've got those cakes.
Hmm.
Just
Little
get
food
the
poisoning,
entire
little
barracks
alcohol.
except for one guy just drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, the next option is like we could invalidate the entire fight. Just stop the competition from happening. That everyone has to take their original bets back, mostly because the tournament's no longer active. Do something like that. What were you saying, Caradog?
Oh no, I was just trying to be certain of something. This Biggs fella, right? I think that's his name, Biggs.
Yeah.
By the way, Freedom Skipper. He's a launderer of sorts, right? He works with credits, runs them through the rat races, and then eventually pulls them back out of the dirt cleaner than they came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if he's so familiar with dirt, and we're going to Tatooine, there's probably a whole bunch of people who've interacted or worked with him before. This has nothing to do with exactly the job that they asked us to do, but we could probably dig up something on him, hang it over his head.
Having a backup plan to just make him work for us anyway is a good idea.
Yeah, see? It's a contingency measure on the off chance that he tries to pull out a little early,
I do want some contingencies against him and potentially who he's betting against. So
there
I
you
might
go.
run a little counterintelligence while we're there.
Yeah. I might be
If
able to
that-
accompany you.
If that works out well, we can just force the others to take a dive, put in literally anybody because their fighter is going to take a dive, and then win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Depending
So-
on the quality of dirt we dig up.
Wait, Mr. Tank, are you saying that we should, and correct me if I get this wrong, snake into the competitors' personal lives, rig their transit systems with explosives and then detonate them before they actually get into the arena? I
like the way you're thinking. I think they're all already in the arena, sadly.
Okay, you say I was just, it's a bit of a thought.
But while they're in the arenas, their ships are unattended, as
That is
are
true.
the data inside the chips.
Again,
So
just going around collecting information is never a bad thing. But we are going to have to settle on an approach, whether that's flat out eliminating every higher echelon gambler, poaching their talent, or getting their talent to rebel against them, or just killing every other gladiator backstage and just being the only person that shows up.
Well, let's put it to a vote. I personally subscribe to the idea of slicing into some of their ships, trying to divine as much hard-coded information as we can and put it on a data pad, and then later on get a little bit of dirt on our person, the one that we're replying to.
regardless of what happens in the arena, I think we should do that because he may be a potential ally. He's still a criminal money launderer, so if he's going to be something we have to keep an eye on.
Third, can't believe I'm agreeing with you.
That feels bad. Those cakes, I think if we hand those out to a room full of gladiators, under the umbrella of the, say, the arena owner or something like that, get them all absolutely compromised before the fight.
We
The
might wanna
exception of
extend-
our, with the exception of our fighter, right?
Yep. As soon as we get
Once
one.
we figure out who that is.
That's
Right.
true.
Also, the question is, who's going to be offering up them cakes? You know, who's going to approach every one of those arena competitors and just decide that they need a confection?
Ben's just got the evilest smile on her face right now.
Ah, that's confidence. All right, I'm not going to question it.
Hmm.
Well, we're probably going to need to dig up dirt on the other high-profile members if we're not killing them, because we don't want to make enemies, no matter how petty they are. Hang something over their heads, pull in favors later. All their ships are in the same place, so it should be as easy.
Yep.
And they're all established lowlives there, so it should be even easier.
Tatooine's not really a place for subtlety, so I'm not expecting too much issue finding dirt.
That
It's
said,
kind of funny that we're looking for dirt, considering it's mostly sand.
Dirt on the dirt ball.
Dirt on the dust devil.
alright. Once we get down there, we'll see. We'll keep our ear to the ground to see if any of the gladiators are easily persuaded to switch employers. If not, we just poison them all. Have one of us step in and beat up the poisoned ones. Good.
Alright. Yep. If it is one of us, who's got the best chance? It's not my forte.
So, whoever would be best at it probably has a high brawn, and an okay melee or brawl. Mechanics like dodge or actually, I think dodge is the most relevant one. So if you have any of those things, it might be you, but I don't think anyone specifically in that degree, in that area. I think hit points wise, it's murder. Damage wise, it's probably Emmy.
Fair. Okay. So it's probably just like for the sake of soaking the hits, it's probably going to be murder in there. Or tank in there, sorry.
Yep.
And
It's going to be murder in there. Why do you want to murder him? No.
listen, what happens, happens.
Don't
And
worry, you
then
can go 5 rounds, man, alright?
Siren could,
Sorry, go on, Kat.
well, Siren does her force thinking or whatever.
Force thinking. Force visualizing, getting good vibes.
Yeah, force manifesting. But yeah,
I will say though, just kind of in character, Tank really doesn't like the idea.
Why, is he afraid he's going to lose?
No, he thinks melee combat is for suckers and dumbasses. And he thinks gladiatorial combat is for show ponies.
That's fair.
If I'm being completely honest, it should be me in that arena. My brawl skill is, not to be compared.
Put him in. He's the dark horse.
yeah, the dark horse in the race. Yep.
Exactly. But
Okay.
all right, we've got a general idea.
Yep, we've got a tentative plan. Now all we need is contact with the enemy for the plan to fall apart.
Okay, so Mr. Pilot, if you're ready, you may roll a landing check.
All right, yeah. Let me just nosedive real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Just dive into the arena, killing everybody, including
You
us.
see, we succeed even if we're dead.
Yep. This is what's called
Brilliant.
I would
failing
not
forward.
advise doing it that way, but you know, each of their own, shoot a shot, etc.
is true, that is
What's a
true.
little homegrown terrorism between friends?
So you know
not-
that the DC is 1 purple
Uh-huh.
because of the traffic around this planet.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, most planets that are highly trafficked, anyways, have a means to get into orbit easier. So that's a thing.
Yeah, it's mostly there's just like there's no organized government on here outside of the huts. So people who
Okay.
want to land are just coming down wildly wherever they want to.
Right. It's not. We're not actually going to a fucking a pad proper. That's cool.
Yeah, you guys are
Like
most
a
likely just
civilized place.
parking in someone's backyard.
Let me see that sand. All right. Yeah. Gyarados can do that. My question is, oh God, where's Columbus?
So he can help you, he can pre-roll, and he can probably fail again and make it harder on you, or he might
Yeah.
succeed and make it easier.
You see, that's the thing. That's the risk we take when we make a robot that might smother you in your sleep.
He can only do it out of loyalty.
All right, come on, Columbus. He can only do it out of loyalty. He genuinely thinks death is better.
Okay, so I've set the DC to 2 purples for Columbus. He may roll now.
Fuck. Come on, Columbo, please. I can't. Can I help Columbus? Actually, can I give him the help?
Just a chain of help.
No, but
Yeah,
I'll
can I
let
really-
your other droid help him.
Oh my God! It's a fucking.
Little-
It's a train of help.
It's a little conga line.
This is why I built 2 guys. I'm smart. All right. Well, then you already know what you're adding to that. I'll just
Yeah.
roll. Fuck yeah,
Okay,
Columbo.
so he succeeds, which means that it's now a 0 purple check for you to land the ship.
I love it. Love the combination there.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't take any flight talents.
Yep, no, it's easy. You've got this. You just have to roll a success somewhere.
That's the truth, isn't it? All right. Gonna roll coordination. No, where are you, flight?
It's
How about?
oh, okay, cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah, you know, you get down there in record time, and not only you get down there in record time and you end up in an explosion. It's just you get down there quickly without any issues.
You have all of your limbs.
You
Congratulations.
do have all of your limbs. You
My favorite kind of landing.
you land in the kind of like rough kind of desert area where everyone else is landing, unless you guys want to stop at a settlement first. Like a proper settlement, not like the arena area.
Right.
But no issues at all. I'm going to use those 3 successes to say that you don't have to do your roll to take off once we get there.
Perfect.
Maybe
I
it would be
guess-
smart to stop in a nearby settlement just to check like the local rumor mill and shit like that. For
It
these
is
guys.
so hard to hear you sometimes, Murder. I'm sorry.
I know. I have to be quiet because it's late here.
I get you.
Murder, I don't know if you've attempted this, but did you know that you can increase your input volume in settings?
Yeah, in the Discord setting, it's maxed.
Okay. Just double checking. But yeah, so what Murder was
Yes, no
saying
problem.
was that you could stop at a different settlement on the way there to get a little bit of information on the rumor mill.
Oh, okay.
I would
Yeah, no,
love to
that's-
do that because I'm actually good at it.
Exactly.
Allegedly.
We will. Jesus. We will work with the team here. You know what? I remember a few Tatooine cities just off the top of my head. We could check out like Mos Eisley if that's on the way.
When you have a spaceship, everything's on the way.
Oh, well, yeah, but the direction that we're currently heading is, I think, the better way to describe that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'd say Anchorage is probably the most on the way settlement you could go to.
Okay.
Aside from that, probably Precisely. But that would take a little bit of a detour.
Yeah, Anchorhead is easy. We can go ahead and make our way over there.
Yeah. Well, and hell, it's probably the best place to park because its name literally like translates to place where ships land.
Yeah. That's
How
also
convenient. We're a
well
ship
known.
and we need to land.
yeah.
Now, yeah, don't forget to stop at Toshi Station to get some power converters.
For the cheap, for the low.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so you guys managed to park there. So if you guys are parking outside of town, it's for free. If you guys are parking in settlement, it's going to cost you 50 credits for the pad.
Ooh. Can't foot that bill. So I reckon we're gonna go out of town. Unless anyone votes against it.
Patmore, have you given me a party loot to micromanage on this one? I forget.
I don't know. Is it? No.
Glennon doesn't mind shelling out 50 credits.
I'll do that now, Kat.
Thank you. I need something to micromanage.
Yeah. And I apologize for my tone. Which was, I would
That
describe,
sounded,
very defeated.
yeah, a level of exasperated that we get out of you so very rarely.
True.
It's been a very
We
long
have to really
morning.
earn it.
Okay.
Currently playing volume roulette. I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, so something you can do to turn motor up is you can turn everyone else down and then turn your total volume up.
Yeah. That is literally what I'm doing.
Cool.
I'm trying to balance it out though specifically so that I can have murder at max and then everyone else kind of at their own placement.
Yeah. Okay, Kat, there is now a thing called party loot. As you're currently described, everyone can read it. You've got edit rights, so there's no, like, people trying to edit it at the same time.
Much obliged, good sir.
Okay. So, you guys want to land at... Alright, so... Emmy, you were talking about the idea of paying for it, or no?
I mean, Glenn has the
I can
money
chip in
if we
some
want
money.
to.
Yeah, I'll toss in some credits to help.
It's 50 credits. It's 1 grenade worth of parking money.
What
I'll
else?
trade
All,
you.
like,
Did
5
you have
of
to
us
put
are
it that way? For no, he won't want to do it.
We
Nah, I
can
can,
make
I
it
can
all
make them.
ship 10
I can make them with
credits,
some
it's fine.
glue and tape. It's fine. I don't-
That's true.
Similarly, right?
He did make the
For
murder
one
light.
grenade, you park for free.
Yeah. Just
I
threat
don't know
too.
if that's how that works.
Sure.
Actually, no, you're at Anchorage. They do accept barter. If you're like, hey, instead of giving you the 50 credits, can I give you this grenade? They'll be like, okay, that seems like a fair trade.
Not what I meant.
No, I think he meant like attack Anchorage. And what are they gonna do?
Oh, I know, but I decided to ignore his original implication.
That's an absolute threat. I love it. Yeah.
Like, I
Uh,
understand your implications, and I refuse them.
Yeah, it's like, look, yeah, we're all packing here. If you want to trade weapons for parking, absolutely fine. We also accept drugs for parking.
Damn.
Ideally, drugs for
Damn,
parking.
I wouldn't have
Is-
destroyed all that spice in the first campaign if I knew I could barter it for parking.
So I have a mechanics question.
Yeah.
Do I need goggles or to not go blind here?
Not per se, but it's gonna suck.
Okay, can I have gotten some goggles or something from the quartermaster?
I'll
Can I
allow
make them for you?
Okay, I
Yeah,
was going to allow it, but Emmy made them instead. So Emmy, just to see the quality, and because it's a funny roll to make, I would like you to do a 0 purple mechanics check to make goggles.
Give us the best.
Actually,
it's funny.
1 purple mechanics check. So go ahead. Irish.
No, it's not a problem. Mind if I help Emmy out, actually? Because mentioning, like, oh shit, it's really bright on this planet. I am Chiss. Like, so it registered in my brain, oh fuck, for a Chatter fan, yeah, this is also hell.
Yes. So that's Emmy's role for Angel. You can make your own role, or you can have Emmy do their role.
You know, I'll take a crack at it. I will take a crack at it. Actually, I described him having goggles, but I think he can try and like retrofit him.
Well, like you had
See if those
goggles, but
will-
you sat on them when you got on the ship, so you're just making new goggles.
No,
They're
like a
covered
Columbus
in-
decided that he wanted to eat them. He was hungry.
Yeah, it didn't
He's a drug
survive
addict.
the. Like just like that's part of what the shank's made out of. It's it's awful.
Yeah, oh god, snatched him off my head. Nice. Damn.
With a triumph, you successfully make 3 sets.
Oh yeah. He kind of like waves a few about, and he's like, "I don't need this many. That's cool." And then he'll put 'em into his bag.
So I will have had Glennon modify my data goggles. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Knowledge Outer Rim. Right? Yeah.
It's dope.
No, Knowledge Underworld. Right? Do I want Outer Rim or Underworld, guys? Help me.
We're on Tatooine.
are-
You might want to go for Underworld.
Yeah.
So Knowledge Underworld. And I get 1 automatic success result to all checks made using that skill while wearing the goggles for the duration of the encounter. So
Well, I want to see your goggles. I want to see if I can replicate.
I
this
bought
fucker.
them. I bought them
gonna
with the money
bootleg
we
them.
got at the beginning of the campaign.
I'll say with a triumph, instead of making multiple, you could accidentally make data goggles instead.
I'm not gonna just steal it. I want that to be an interaction too, because it seems a bit cheap just to be like, haha, I got them too.
Okay. Not a problem. So, you guys are parked. Who's staying on the ship? Who's heading out? Who's secretly murdering other party members? Where are we at?
I am gonna go because I just did the thing with my goggles,
Yep.
Glenn doesn't
and
mind
it's
staying with the
also
ship.
something I'm good at.
Ben's also gonna go ear to the ground.
Okay.
Uh,
So, just the 2 of you, or is anyone else heading out there?
I'm
I
waiting.
think if I have any relevant skills.
You're
Yeah.
scary looking.
I'm really not.
No, you are.
You kind of look scary looking from your picture.
Yeah, no, but mechanically it's too greens to and actually intimidate people, which is never gonna work.
No, I just meant in general. Like that people look at you, they put their hands on their purse.
Okay, you can loom for me.
Yeah,
Like, it's mostly
give her
because
a
of the
blue from
bags.
looming. Yeah, they're very intimidating.
I love how Patmore didn't describe scary. He described like, you look steely. Like you might mug someone.
Just like shady.
Yeah, no, you're right. You look like a mugger, Murder. Like-
Well, you look like a mug.
Well,
Wow.
we make a good pair then.
As long as you don't make an apple.
Ooh.
Or God forbid an orange.
Oh, don't even mention the name.
So,
Like, I'll go just for the majority of the party to be outside in case something goes down.
okay. So, essentially, the only one staying behind is Emmy. Is that correct?
I think so. I don't mind going out, but I feel like one person should be with the ship, and I'm not good at any of the talky find information stuff.
But Emmy, you
Okay.
are making it hard for me to steal the ship.
That is
Okay.
the goal, Patmore.
Glenn, I have important advice for you.
Yeah.
You know that flashlight, right?
Yeah.
Anyone gets within 10 feet of the ship, you shine it right in their eyes.
I think that would blind them.
They'll be fine.
Fucking.
Uh,
Just maim.
They'll be
somebody. If they get
fine.
shit, maim them. Even if they're like, if they're a small child, especially, just melt.
No, you could never tell if it's a small child or a big Jawa.
Or a Jawa, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. You
Sneaky
can't trust
bastards, they're really good. Keradog is going to kind of walk by Emmy if you're staying behind, and he'll basically turn to Glenn and say, that actually might be kind of perfect, considering I'm planning on leaving, Columbus here, and I don't exactly know if he's gonna try and steal the ship. Just, keep an eye on him, like, make sure, thank you.
Emmy, looking past Caradog, you see Columbus peering through the doorway, watching, listening.
I feel his eyes on my back.
He's just a curious guy. But yeah, I can watch him.
All right, much appreciated. Thank you.
He's gonna walk down the gangplank like.
If he could, he would be rubbing his little droid hands together.
Hey,
That's why I
Columbo.
only gave him. That's why I only gave him one, so that he can't maliciously, No.
I'm gonna try and play cards with Columbus.
Are you taking the other guy with you, or are you leaving him on the ship?
Yeah, actually, we'll take Ubats with me. I kind of need him to carry my tools, anyways. I'm gonna use them to slice and stuff.
Okay, he's ready for some slicing.
Not literally. Put it down. Put down the knife.
He'll go to try and retract the arm.
I can't trust you with anything. Whatever. All
Gives
right,
you an
you're doing
innocent
good.
look.
I'm proud of you, Ubats. All right, just don't stab anyone who doesn't try and harm us. Can you promise me that, please?
They'll blink for a moment with their one droid light eye, and then they'll say in binary, sure.
At least you responded this time. Hell, all right, thank you. You're gonna keep walking.
Now, Emmy, Columbus is not a good sport. So I essentially, Emmy, I'd like you to roll a D100. So if your luck is better, Irish, you roll a different D100, and we'll see between Glennon and Columbus who's winning the game.
Okay.
If I can tell that he's a bit of a poor sport, can I intentionally try and lose? Like I'm just vibing.
Okay. I'm going to set up a DC. I need you to roll a skullduggery check to cheat, to make yourself lose without him realizing it. Because the only thing worse than losing is being allowed to win. But we don't notice. Okay. Emmy, peace is maintained.
Oh, that loyalty is great. That
Yeah.
ruthlessness hurts. That hurts real bad.
Emmy, I will say, Glennon takes 1 point of strain just from the stress of this encounter.
All right.
Holy shit, Padmore. That is like actual trauma, just being in the room with the fucking robot.
Well, so it's the it's what the freight is being spent on the skullduggery check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, are you guys heading out there as a pack? Like, are you guys moving through the city like gazelles, or are you guys splitting up? Like, what's the plan?
No, splitting up.
No
Splitting
splitting up. That is a bad idea.
Yes, splitting up.
What?
We could not be more obvious if we're trying to look for information as a group of four schmucks.
Oh, who am I going with?
I mean,
Like, who do you want to go with?
Ben's already sneaking away.
Ben's got.
I'm gonna go with Tank, because I need him to loom for me.
Okay.
So,
Dog, if you want to come with me, you can.
Oh yeah, I was kind of waiting for somebody to, offer because I didn't want to, be prudish and all that business.
No one asked, and you just got left alone.
Oh yeah, I was
All
gonna stand
good.
right here.
Comes back to
middle
the
of
ship
street.
like, well, they left without me, so
You
I'm
just
back.
sitting and sweating
Just
as he's playing this
fucking-
card game.
Yeah, it's just a fluffy bat in the middle of a dusty ass road, and he's just like, "All right, this is life. That's cool."
That's true. All right.
Yeah, Get a Dog like chips up, and he seems a bit more excited. He's like, "Okay, yeah. What are we gonna try and do?"
Well, I was going to put some feelers out to the less well-intentioned crowds on the planet, so everyone, and trawl for a bit of information.
Now you're sleuthing.
I am. If we do it right, I might be able to get you in a position to do some slicing.
Oh, that would be awesome. All right, yeah. Go ahead. I'll lend whatever kind of mandible I can when I need to.
Right.
So, before we start our sleuthing, why don't we take our 5-minute break so I can make coffee and not get you guys with visitors or something?
Sounds good. I love it when I don't have inquisitors thrown at me. So
Yeah.
last time we did that, we had to blow up a space station that I quite liked.
You guys have destroyed so many space stations, I don't remember which one you're talking about at this point.
This one was Junkfurt.
No, that one didn't have it coming. That was a nice station.
I know, that's why I liked it. And I was a little bit sad we had to blow it up.
No, you didn't have to blow it up. That was a choice.
It was Pax's choice. And I stand with him on that.
Look, Pax should never be in a position to make choices.
And yet.
And yet he
he's
was
an
the-
adult man. I don't think we can forbid him from being in a position to make any choices.
I mean military choices, man.
He's the fucking captain of his squadron.
Not because of responsibility, that's because of skill.
Yeah. Okay,
I
I'm gonna
feel
get
like
more
that's
tea.
just bad management thing. Like,
Ah, they
No,
like
he
him.
was very good with people and he was very good with piloting.
oh, it was a good
wasn't-
combination.
Intensely reckless. Like we rolled for it and that was one of his fatal flaws. We got it twice.
Yeah.
You love it. You love it. You love to see it.
It's fine. No. Okay, I need more tea if I'm gonna
Okay.
survive.
Get you two.
I'm back.
Oh, I thought you were murder.
Welcome
Wrong
back.
again.
Also, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, I thought you were cat.
Tricked ya.
Okay, Bow Bow.
While I have you here, can I say Tank did something right before he left?
Yes, he's allowed to have a shower.
I'm pretty
Thank
sure
God.
he's not. I'm pretty sure she's not waiting till minutes before landing in the shower. But okay.
Like, it's kind of like, you know, do I not? Actually, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, moving on. Can I take some of like the mail I was given and shove it in one of my bags? Just to make
Yeah.
it look full.
Okay. Love
Yeah,
letters, your son / daughter / whatever just died. Like, what sort of ones we going for? Just a little bit of everything.
Just randomly, as much as I can.
Okay. Now, don't worry, you guys should be able to fit in like anything here among the 700 people that live in the settlement.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We're clearly here to deliver the mail.
Like, okay.
Well, we're here to deliver something.
Pain and justice.
Mostly pain.
Not at all justice, not really.
Justice is a side effect of the fact we're killing really bad people.
Yeah, mostly an incidental at this point.
Accidental
we
justice.
gotta treat this. Yeah, we gotta treat this like we work for the IRS. You know, nobody wants to see us, so we should move in quick.
Yep.
You're right.
Just strike while the iron's hot.
Have you been paying your taxes, sir? No, I live in a desert. Die.
Well, actually, it'd be like, have you been paying your taxes? It's like, yes, I have been paying the huts. I'm 100% up to date with that. Have never skipped a bill because I like being alive.
I doubt she
Yes.
kills him anyways. Fucking like puts him down.
Like 100%. It's like, yes, in fact, here's an extra payment just for the huts.
Okay, so you know that's where you keep your life. You know? You bargain with money.
Yeah. Because no one here wants to fuck with Jabba because he is not a friendly customer.
You know, now to
I
think
think
about
like
it,
a reasonable guy.
Ooh,
he,
back.
if we had all wanted to, we could just claim to work for the huts. Welcome back.
You
No,
could,
don't do that.
until
Oh,
you
God,
run
no.
into a hut.
Yeah,
And
on
we
the
just-
street walking on.
Well,
its
like,
very
you know,
thin
like one of
legs.
the huts, like, you know, enforcers, and they're like, no, you ain't. And you're done.
This is a job application, actually. One prolonged job application.
Looks more like
See,
a death notice.
we
Fox
harassed
Blaster
a bunch
pistol.
of innocent tavern owners, Jabba. You see, we are good for the job.
I see. Fight my rancor.
See, now that's a
Okay.
weird application request.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that rancor. You know, it doesn't get taken out for walks. It doesn't even fit out the doorway of its own room, which implies how did it get in there if it wasn't grown there. You know, it's all it gets to do is eat like, you know, failed dances and stuff, and you know, the occasional disgruntled employee. Like, you know, I don't think that dude's been looked after correctly.
I think that's in the
That is
Rancor diet.
not.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
then-
but not proper care and feeding. Like
Yeah,
you need
natural
variation
habitat,
in diet.
depressed workspace is the Rancor's home planet.
Yeah, the rancors come from Dathomir, right? Which legend's not
Yeah.
canon. Well, okay, depending on who you ask and which source or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Like-
they have a strong implied origin in Dathomir.
On Dathomir, yeah. They also
Uh,
show up everywhere fucking else too for
yeah.
some reason.
Well, it's
I
because
like to think that one fucked up guy went around delivering rancors to different planets like terrible Santa Claus.
you're
Like
you're
a
actually not
stork.
wrong. The Hutts did that.
It's like, you know what this planet needs? Terrible little guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Whoever went to
awful.
Felucia and was just like, let me drop a baby here. You are evil.
It's like, well, hang on. It's like, let's go to Felucia and then take all the awful animals and put them everywhere else as well.
Yep, exactly. And the ones that can shoot
Goodbye.
lightning and use the dark side of the force, them especially.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
I
like this
think everyone's
fucked up little
back, right?
dudes. I think so.
Yes.
Cool. So,
Yay.
the population of this settlement has just been increased by 5. There's now 705 people in Anchorhead. Anchorage is Canada, not Star Wars. My apologies.
It's also not Canada.
It's also not Canada.
Oh,
yeah.
no, sorry, it's Alaska. I'm sorry. I consider
it's ours.
Alaska just part of Canada.
I mean, it
because
should
really
be Canada.
is. Yeah.
So.
It really should be. It
You
has to be, like,
take
some
that
ridiculous
up
for it or
with
whatever.
the Russian government, and then
Yeah, we paid way too
also with
much
the
for
U.S.
that fucking
government. But the
Mm.
Russian government was the ones that said that they could sell it to us. Okay, look,
Mate,
They
if
did?
I was taking anything up with the Russian government, it wouldn't be that.
that's fair.
Yeah.
We have
Uh,
several bones to pick with the Russian
Yeah,
government.
we have a list. That's towards the bottom, to be fair.
Yeah. So,
The logistics of Alaska. Yeah.
starting with Benya, what are you doing?
Where the rankers are.
We're going where the rankers are.
I've
No.
read that book. It's not that good.
Depressing though. It is depressing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, I guess Ben would start kind of. We're just looking for rumors, right, about like either the tournament or people financing the tournament, right?
Yeah. More or less.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, is there obviously there's a cantina in town because there's always a cantina.
There
in
is
town.
one.
Yeah, just the one. So, and is there like a gambling place or like a bookie place in town?
Yeah, it's called the Cantina.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Is
I wanted
both
to make
the
sure.
book-
Yeah. Okay. Then I guess we'd make our way into the cantina.
Okay.
And Ben would start casually poking around, but keep an eye out for a terminal that Caradog might be able to slice.
Okay. So just some information here. This cantina is called Junix's Joint. It is thousands of years old because it apparently goes back to the Old Republic
Everything
era.
is.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Because Star Wars right there.
This is a lot lower down on the totem pole than the one from Mos Eisley. So while they do have music and dances, they're all pre-recorded holograms. But it's like a videotape that you've played too many times, and it's just like the color is entirely like it's faded, which
Washed
it's
out.
already blue to start with, so it's just really hard to watch. And the music jumps.
Yeah. Okay.
And there is a public like ATM, which is the only terminal you see, but it probably doesn't. It's probably not affiliated to any bank.
The Bank of Java.
Yeah. All
You
right.
can deposit money. You can't take it out.
Yeah,
though.
You
can't
cannot
take
take
out
the
it.
money out.
Yeah,
also
Caradog
does
like
not go
looks
to
up
your
at
account.
Caradog looks up at Ben as we like clear the entrance, and he's just like, "Oh my goodness, this cantina makes me not want to drink. That's impressive."
Yeah. Places like this, it's better to just nurse the drink.
I'm not nursing anything around these people. All right, let's go.
Could
Okay.
could I just have a vigilance zero difficulty vigilance check? I'm just saying what you guys pick up looking around the room.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even need to roll.
No, you might
On the
triumph.
ball.
I don't know what your dice are, but we'll see.
And I got one green. That's still good.
Yeah,
Wow.
see, there you go.
Like, so I want to
Mate.
note this establishment shows its wear and tear. Like there are like blaster scoring marks on the walls. There is dried blood on the floorboards. That like the guy in the back who's sleeping in a booth might actually be dead.
Mhm.
We can go
and-
rob him.
Out of all the injuries to the bar, the most surprising thing you've noticed is there's actually what looks like perfectly precise like blade cuts into some of the walls. So it seems at some point there was probably a Jedi fighting in here over the
Oh,
last
like-
4,000 years.
Like scorched gouges in the
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
center? That's crazy. All right.
Interesting.
I think Caradog
Okay.
points that one out.
Oh.
specifically.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Is there a
Sorry.
bartender slash?
On that subject,
Yeah.
the moment you guys walk in and start looking around, the bartender will note that it is a 2-drink minimum. If you want to stay here and talk to people, buy 2 drinks each.
Oh,
All right.
Caradog's
Sounds good.
put a 4-digited hand up and say, I can foot the bill with the drinks. Also, you guys got any kind of like preconceived notions on droids?
They're slaves.
Do you care if he brings a droid in?
Yeah, like, is it okay to bring a droid in?
Yeah, as long as it's drinking.
What? Do you have coolant? Do you have oil?
Yeah, somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Hey, Ubets. He's gonna turn to him.
From the same place he got your drinks out, he will take out another drink for the droid.
Go ahead and
Right.
indulge, I guess.
Ubats is
Alright.
gonna start indulging.
Now, Patmore.
Yep.
I'm going to take a page from Murder's book. Can we take a journey?
Okay. So there are a few ways I could have went. I was expecting violence, but I appreciate the journey.
So, they have slightly fritzy music and slightly more than slightly fritzy holograms.
Yes.
I happen to have a companion who's a dab hand at mechanics.
Hello.
The the hardware for the music and the holograms are most likely consolidated because it would be psychotic not to. To have them all each individually, something you have to manage. It's Star Wars. They still might be. What are the odds with some sort of deception or social check that I can get this bartender to option in to letting Caradog try his hand at fixing the things, and while he's fixing them, we can get access to this place's servers
So, Cap,
or something like that.
take a journey with me, okay?
Of course.
So, you were spot on the money. Each of those hologram projectors is essentially a VCR player. It's entirely self-contained, but the inn owner might not know that. So you might be able to lie to him into thinking that if your bat goes to the computer in the back, that might fix it.
Okay. All right. So I'm lying to the owner.
Wait a minute, Ben. You are literally trying to tell this man that he needs bats in his belfry.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'll
That
sell
is
him the London
hilarious.
Bridge while I'm at it.
Oh, absolutely.
And Murder, of course, we're all using it. You're a river to our people.
Yeah, our people
I-
specifically, murder.
I'm just gonna leave one day.
And we
you'll
are
never
your
hear from me.
people.
We're gonna leave one day. You'll never hear from me again. I swear.
Okay.
You can't stay away. Stop it.
He tried
Become one
once.
with the force.
It lasted 6
Exactly
months and then he was
once.
back.
Yep.
And when I say 6 months, it was probably actually 6 weeks, but it sounds more dramatic to say 6 months.
I was about to say, are you sure he just didn't go on like summer break and didn't tell you?
Nah, he didn't like D&D and we were moving onto a D&D system, and then eventually was like, no, I'm bored, I'm joining in. I'm like, cool.
Was that when he
Like-
came back? Like when he joined our game?
No,
this
that
is-
was way early. That's like 2018.
I wasn't
19.
invited to join the Strahd and like the Strahd and the one before that.
I
don't think.
respected your need to sleep. I apologize. Anyway, so
Yeah, we won't be doing that anymore.
And now you
So,
know us,
yeah,
and we're
okay.
really cool.
now, Kat,
Yep.
some things here. You're human, so no
Mhm.
black dice to
I am.
this.
Yep.
Uh,
the racism, indeed.
Your help isn't human. You get a blue dice to this.
The racism, indeed.
Yeah, they just assume that your mechanic is not going to be a human because that's not the jobs for a human.
Yep.
Damn, the racism indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And additional circumstance dice. You're a girl.
Yeah. Give
Yeah.
me those blue
Fine.
dice.
What?
Since right now, shush! Don't take away my blue. Don't take away my blue dice.
Take away the blue dice.
I'm getting free blue dice from this murder. Don't take them
Yeah.
away.
Kat,
Don't damn your river to your people,
Yeah.
murder.
Kat,
Um,
luckily, you're dealing with a racist who's really lonely.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. I will wink at him.
I'm just gonna Lawrence of Arabia this man.
Um,
It's one of those extremely exaggerated winks because Benny does not flirt at all.
Yep. Her charm is just two greens. Luckily, she's lying right now. Which
so
is two
I will
yellows and a green.
say, he's lonely enough that I wasn't going to ask for a charm roll, but just for the sake of fairness, I would like a 0 difficulty charm roll to see if he picks up on what you're putting down.
Oh god.
The lie.
Thank
Yeah, that's
fuck.
pretty cool.
Okay. It took a moment, but he kind of nods along after a while. It's like, okay, I get it. You know,
Yep,
everyone likes the slightly overweight, middle-aged innkeeper in the podunk town middle of nowhere. It gets all the chicks.
Yep.
Both.
I just bet.
Universal charm, that one.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait,
Kat,
if it didn't work with Ben, I was gonna go ahead and throw Ubats out there, see if he batted his eyelashes.
like, he's lonely enough that he might hang out with his own droid, but not a stranger's droid. He has standards.
Exactly.
Oh, of course. I can tell by the
Man
ball.
of taste. Man of taste
Um,
and culture.
So, Kat, with the two advantages, I'm gonna make that a third blue dice. So, one because of the ethnic help, one because of you're a girl, and one because of the advantage.
Okay, solid
I'm
bet.
helping.
Yeah,
Yes. So 4 blue dice. Okay.
that's all on
Cool.
my side, by the by.
Okay, thank you. So I will spin in my yarn, say love the establishment. It's got real hold on. History. We got there.
Yep. He will inform you, but it's been in his generation. Like, sorry, been in his family for all the generations.
Been in my
all
generation
of the
for family.
generations. How interesting.
Well, at least
Um,
3 back, but everyone has always said that it's always been in our family, and it's older than the settlement, so the law here is we just assume it's that we were, I guess, born here.
Fair enough. The logic follows. Can't help but notice the you might have a problem in your system, the skipping.
Yeah, it's the
I-
bloody, kind of looks at your bat person, decides not to care. It's like, it's a bloody alien, so they don't know what they're doing.
Tell me about it.
Well, I personally can vouch for my mechanic here. If you'd like him to take a look at it, you can tell me a little bit more about the bar while he works.
Absolutely. He not breaking eye contact with you, he would shove the help away. to like go and go get to work. The adults are speaking.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just some yobbo off the street. I'll go handle that, you fat bastard.
You fucking dickhead.
It's almost as if you spend your entire life in a community of 700 people, and pretty much everyone's human except for the tourists. You're
fucking
probably an awful
insular.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so she'd spin him the yarn about the system in the back, but I don't think he's
He
particularly
didn't
listening.
care. You got his attention.
Yeah,
At that
I
point.
figured.
That mark,
Yeah. Oh,
this
yes.
is going to be the guy that I end up biting.
Actually, so Kat, I've just for the sake of a roll, I do need a roll made, but you do have a lot of dice on this, so
Yeah. Oh, holy
Hot
shit.
diggity damn.
okay.
Wow, is that only advantages?
That is only advantages.
Holy
7,
shit.
8. That is 9 advantages, my guy.
Okay.
That is the equivalent of 3 triumphs worth of advantages, but no successes.
You only batted your eyes. You didn't even speak. You just thought you did.
Yep.
Look good doing it though.
Now,
I did.
unfortunately, Kat, technically you failed at what you're attempting.
Yeah, and technically I did.
So,
That's impressive.
take a journey with me here, Kat.
We're walking
I'm
side by
gonna
side.
Punch you. I'm gonna punch you.
So he's gonna go in there hard. It's gonna get to the point at which they're like morally, Banner is kind of unwilling to put up this charade for long enough for Carradine to do his work. Now, luckily, I'm going to spend some of that advantages. He's already forgot you sent your help to do stuff.
Yep.
But at a certain point, about 40 seconds in, you're going to have to commit or you're going to have to disengage because it's got a lot of inertia behind it.
Yep. Okay. At the 40-second mark, I guarantee you he's trying to get his hand on her thigh. So that would be a blaster pressed up against the hand.
He was telling you about his jacuzzi.
Filled with what? More sand?
Well,
It's a mud bath.
yeah,
There's
okay.
It might be
moisture
quicksand.
farm on this fucking planet filled with what, jackass?
Well, it is actually mostly mud, but it's a mud jacuzzi.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, you've got a gun pointing at him.
Specifically on the hand, yeah.
You know, that doesn't make him any less interested.
Yeah, I bet. This
That's fair enough.
this
Yeah.
man is down bad and dusty. He's been
Yeah.
living in the fucking desert. God.
Like
Yep.
he will inform you that he is a big fan of your moxie.
Oh God.
Cat. Step to
Murder.
phase 2 of negotiations. Blow
Yeah.
his cock off.
Yeah, no, that is usually step 2.
No, that's what he wants. Don't do no.
Like
Oh,
that meant he wins.
Yep. And I thought we were having a polite conversation.
He will
No.
give you a really bad wink and say that he also thought you were.
Eyelid gets stuck because of all the sweat built up.
She'll look at the dead guy in the corner. It's like, you think you can have a conversation these days? And
He'll
she'll
give-
kind of brush his hand off. Like, nope, stand up.
Okay. Are you heading out or are you moving somewhere else in the bar?
She's moving somewhere else in the bar.
Okay.
Mostly to keep attention in case Caradoc has to come out, so he doesn't remember that Caradoc was doing that.
Okay.
I'm assuming Carol's just in the back right now. Like, what? Who leaves this many canisters on your workstation? This man is a slob.
It is not fit for visitors back there. It is this is a domicile and a workplace. So his office is his bedroom as well as where he has his his terminal.
Why is
Um,
everything so crunchy?
I was gonna slowly lead us down that path, but you got there first. I would describe his decor as hoarder esque. There are just bags and bags of shit. Like it is for most people, it would be hard to walk here, but you're climbing across the floor.
Oh my god, Caradog has to fucking spelunk through this man's nasty ass refuse.
Yep.
What a nightmare for a little guy. Alright. He's
Um,
just
your
sitting in
bird
the back.
pictures
This
are
is why
just
it's
so
taken him
vicious.
longer than it was. Like, this is the canonical reason why it's taken him longer. Is that he's just in the back struggling. Oh my god! Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
scaling Mount Grime over there.
I'm gonna make it to the top.
because of the internet speeds of Star Wars, like he's just left inappropriate tabs open that are very slowly loading,
oh,
like single
no.
pixel line by single pixel line.
Fucking Caradog, because of just the eyesight alone, immediately knows what it is. At first he's confused, and then like one extra pixel loads, and he's like, "Oh, that's disgusting."
Oh, I didn't know humans had those.
Just to note, Kat, the barkeep is staying away from you, but not breaking eye contact.
Yep, that is what I want right now.
need to
Can I
burn
go
this
check on the
damn
dead guy?
Yeah. Kat, roll a D100 for his status.
Or, do you want GM
No,
or
this-
regular?
We'll go GM.
Turns out this is
Alright.
actually Ben Kenobi.
So we
Um,
found him, guys.
One gas sand desert man.
Kat, checking on him. Not actually a dead dude. Just a very, very tall looking Jawa hanging out in a bar where he's not allowed to be.
I say fucking Ewok.
Yeah, not Ewok, the other short one.
Yep.
So, Kat, you
Okay,
found a Jawa hiding in a trench coat.
2 Jawas in a trench coat.
No, it's a single Jawa. His friend got lost.
Oh. Oh,
He's
no.
just long in the middle.
Oh, no. His friend got lost. you need your friend to do the bit.
Caradog in the trash pile will just say a crushed Jawa under one of the piles of refuge.
He was holding out life. Like there was just a final word in this little bastard as he was like, "Run, run!" And fucking Caradog just moves the pile so that he can finally pass.
Save yourself.
Save yourself.
Which translates to Houdini.
But did it? Oh my god. Alright, yeah. I'm assuming by now Caradog can get onto the actual fucking thing.
Yeah, like the hardline internet is taxed out at like 1 pixel line every 3 minutes, but like the actual like local data, you can go through that if you want to.
Yeah, Caradog's gonna use his fucking data pad as effectively a hotspot just so that he can buffer the speed.
Yep. Just to summarize, really gross dude.
Ugh, yeah, no. A lot of this is going to be either reported to the Empire. Yeah, I can't even say the Republic. Going to be reported to the Empire, or he is just going to delete. He'll download any kind of information on the staffing though, and like clientele that had come through and ledgered their identification in the fucking bar's registry.
Okay. So there is a lot of stuff here. It might take a long time to transfer it over. Alternatively, you could just take the hard drive and leave.
Yeah, if it's going to be quicker that way anyways, I think he would just rip the hard drive out,
Yeah.
as corrupted as that fucking thing is.
Like, it might take a week for this guy to realize what went wrong with his computer. So I need a mechanics check, and this is essentially to remove the memory core without damaging it itself.
No problem. And fucking Ubats is not with me. So I
No,
can't be like,
he
"Ah,
couldn't make it up the pile.
yeah, he's drunk somehow.
Nah, he had it one sip and then he was done.
Oh, that's. I mean,
Ooh.
it's good, but there's a threat.
Well, okay, so as you're in the process of taking the data card, the memory core out, so I'll say like technically you didn't succeed, but you also didn't roll a failure. So I'm going to give you a neutral in which you kind of haven't got to the point in which you've either succeeded or failed yet.
Yeah.
You're pulling it out. The computer starts like somewhere that like either the dying Jawa or your foot on the console or whatever. You unmute the computer.
Oh no.
It is what you think it is.
The first thing you hear is just "What a Wumpa!" It's like no.
Now, Kat, you notice that you don't think it's going good. You don't think Bat Team 7 is doing that well right now. So you might need to create a distraction or kill the barkeeper.
Oh my god, is that a Jawa?
The Jawa looks at you with a look of fucking betrayal.
She's mouthing like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
It's like, I thought we were good, is what he's mouthing back at you as he's running for the door.
That is pretty good.
You bitch.
Like, I remember this.
It's like, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna walk
This
through the
is
desert
going
and
to
get
come back
jumped.
and bite us in the ass
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah,
Probably.
Full Jawas.
You will rue the day.
Oh, that
He's
is
just
hilarious.
sitting in here.
He was
We
enjoying his
actually need to
drink,
be in here.
and he didn't like being in the sun.
That's fair.
And if he was in any other building on this street, it would be called Home Invading Cat.
God.
So,
Fine.
Cat, can I just have a D100? This is just a GM layer again. I'm just seeing if the jail's going to do something on the way out. He's not. Okay, so he will
I was gonna say, do
flee.
you want a different one?
No, it's good. The innkeeper will chase him with gun.
Oh my god, he's gonna shoot him.
You know, I'm just how we'll do it. We'll do it this. I'll give him one of. I'll give him two of those. Okay. Oh, he does get the Jawa.
Oh no. Well, no, I don't have to worry about it then.
Oh, well, it depends. He gets it, like, so he runs out the door after the Jawa, and as the Jawa's crossing the street, he gets the Jawa in the back, who's then going to start crawling away.
No.
Making sad Udini noises as he crawls into an alleyway.
The pool of blood.
so sorry.
falling behind.
Yeah. Cat, you'll double rue the day if he survives.
Yep. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey, but now we've got more time to finish things up in here.
Okay. So, can I have an additional mechanics check to try and pull out the memory core?
Absolutely. And if this one goes well, I've got a bit of an idea too. While
Okay.
he's away. Mechanics.
Is it called bar
Damn.
fire? Okay.
Yeah, that went very well. So I think my idea is definitely gonna happen.
Okay. Tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, Gyarados is going to remove, the memory core. He wants to slot that away, keep it on his person, because that's the reason why he's in here.
Yep.
But what I think he's actually going to do before he well and truly destroys this fucking machine is he's going to try and transfer all of the smut this cretin has been listening to and watching onto every feed within the vicinity, so that it's just revealed to the world what a mongrel you have running this cantina.
Okay, so roll me a D100 to the
Okay.
to the GM layer. I'm just seeing what percentage of the population here is against what's is 100% not for it, and what percentage doesn't care.
Either one is hilarious. Out of what? Huh?
Okay. So I will say there is it is. I would describe it as an open secret. No one in the settlement is like, oh yeah, that guy, upstanding, great dude, trust him, my children. But there is a level of indifference in the population. It's like, well, if we didn't drink there, we'd then not have to be alcoholics, and then what would we base our entire personality around?
I don't think Caradog's out here trying to stage a revolt. I think he was
But-
just like, if I had to deal with this man watching 4 hours worth of Ewoks climbing in and out of pits, I don't think I could live with myself.
But I will say, with your triumph, about 3 minutes after you've done what you're doing and you've taken it down, you're making your way off the pile. Kat, you would see a white armored individual enter the store.
Do I recognize this white armored individual?
Oh no.
He would look like a law enforcement officer.
Oh, good.
Like a
Oh,
trooper, maybe?
Yes, potentially. He seems to be here to collect someone for illegal activity.
It worked.
He is going to inform the innkeeper that he is coming with him now, or he is never leaving the inn again. The innkeeper will follow him, but Cat will apologize and say that he plans to see you when he's back out. The stormtrooper will inform one of the patrons that he's currently the owner of the bar before letting the guy out at gunpoint.
You just promoted a motherfucker.
Damn, I should have left the Jawa in here. It could have been the Jawa.
He would
Damn
have been the new bartender. What have you done?
Que sera.
Dreams, Cat, is what you destroyed. Dreams.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Should have left.
Caradog comes back out, offers you the memory code. Says, oh yeah, no, pretty easy.
Good. Guy got arrested. Is that you?
No, I think that was just, morality finally catching up with the deviant.
Serendipitous karma.
Oh, absolutely.
in the distance, you guys hear a blaster shot.
Oh yeah, and there's the justice.
Okay.
We decided it was too long a walk to the fucking.
No. Yeah, the person was resisting arrest when there was no witnesses.
Yeah, he sneezed a little extra hard.
Yeah, again,
Just
decided
He
it
didn't
was
want
a
to file the
little too long.
paperwork. He didn't want to file the
carriage of
paperwork. That's what.
justice.
Yeah.
Golly,
But
that's hilarious.
But for anyone who's wondering, there is holographic evidence that he was carrying a blaster and all that, but only after he was laying there as a dead body. So, who knows?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like something that we're ever gonna know in character, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Sounds like not our problem.
And it's also, this guy, arguably worse than the Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I would go check on the Jawa just because I feel bad.
So before we get to your, your demise, your ruin the dayness, we'll jump to the other team. So Murder, Angel. There are several establishments in Anchorhead. There is one cantina, but there are several stores. Pod racer stores, speeder bike stores, general stores, etc. On the merit that you saw Benia and Caradog go to the cantina, I suggest going to a different location so that you're not moving like gazelles through this small town.
Okay. Where does Sarah want to go?
Oh, I'm going to be honest. Not really sure about this underworld thing. What is our goal here? What are we trying to do in this city, town, village?
Shithole.
That works.
generally trying to see if any people of interest that could probably be linked to the gladiatorial event have passed through here, or and what's known about them in general. All of them are local crime lords. None of them are affiliated with any of the syndicates, so there should be a decent amount that the locals know about them.
So either a weapons store, an armor store, or a general store would probably be our best bet for drumming up information.
Yep.
Which way?
Like, okay, which way to the nearest general store then? Let's start there. Generally.
It is a 4-minute walk to anywhere in this settlement, Meta.
Okay, 4-minute walk to nearest to a general store.
Like, you guys are like, we should go to a general store. Camera pans slightly. Ah, we've arrived.
We're here.
Not even time for a Star Wars smash cut.
Yeah. Like, it's smash cuts, but you're clearly one building down the street.
All right. You go in there. I'll join you in like 2 minutes to make us look like suspicious. Then we'll see. Then we'll see how like his disposition in general.
Okay. So, Andrew, you enter the general store.
Or
You'll be greeted by a human-looking humanoid who would say, welcome to the town.
thank you. What do you have?
Gestures to the entire room full of products, from glow rods
Okay, so
to grenades.
maybe that was like a out of character question.
Patmore gestures to the entire general lesson rarity 4 not restricted section of the compendium. Like it's a general store. It's just got low quality, cheap shit here. Think like a general store and like a video game sort of thing. You've got a little bit of everything. Except for like no plus 15 Excaliburs behind the table. Just reloads, food, ammo, dog food.
Yeah, she'll wander around for a bit. And then pick up, like, I don't know if the not stim packs, would they be called stim packs?
What are you looking for?
What?
Like, you looking for something like a healing item?
Yeah, no, just like, this is very much I'm buying something so you're be more amenable to talking to me kind of situation.
Okay. They will charge slightly above market price because of how far from society you are.
That's fair.
Let me just bring up market price.
It's 25.
Well, it's 30 here.
Okay. I don't suppose you heard about the big tournament.
Yeah, I'm going there later.
Really?
25 credits to watch.
Who's the favorite right now?
Well, that's a question, right? I bet on the Wookiee.
Who's he fighting for?
I don't know. I like watching the Wookiee pull people's arms off.
Anyone else interesting?
There's a lizard.
Lizard?
Yeah.
Trandoshan?
Yeah, that might be his name. There's also a Twi'lek guy. There's a Weequay.
Are there any humans fighting in this tournament?
Well, yeah, but that kind of feels like the neutral position to take, so I was kind of going for the interesting ones. But yeah, there are humans. I think there's 2 of them.
Locals or just random humans from off-world?
One of them's from Naboo.
Must be nice.
Is it Palpatine?
No. And
Palpatine fights
I
and
wouldn't
fucking-
think so. You know what they say about people from Naboo?
What do they say about people from Naboo?
Smell a bit like fish.
Sometimes they're evil.
Nope, smell a lot like fish.
That's what I said.
Big
I-
ears, bill like mouths, very strange people.
I've never met someone from Naboo, so that is good to know.
I don't know why it would be. It doesn't seem like helpful information, but I like talking to Bill, so yeah, I'll take it as a compliment and disregard the last 20 seconds of what I was just saying. You're awfully
How long
blue.
have you-
Is that like
yes.
allergies or is that normal?
That is normal. For
Okay.
me.
Cool. I'm sorry for being racist.
I don't think it's being racist for commenting, unless you're going to charge me more because I'm blue.
That hadn't occurred to me, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing it now.
Well, that would be racist.
Well, I haven't done it though.
Who's sponsoring the tournament? I never got that information.
Oh, that guy, the not hot
Am I
guy.
asking? Am I asking Pat more questions? He doesn't.
No,
have the
you were
answer
asking the
to?
store owner questions.
Well, you stumbled over it like. Anyway,
It's the store owner.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking know. The most interesting thing that's happened, this month is you walked in. You guys went to a very small community to ask questions.
why did we come here?
On
Why
the
did we
way.
come here specifically?
It's on the way. It was the most on the way place.
Yeah.
So you guys stopped
We
at
wanted-
Gas Stop Town.
Yeah. We wanted information before we kind of went in blind.
Oh no.
Oh, who died?
There we go. So, Mo, did you walk in yet, or are you just enjoying the outside? Oh no, Mo, at this point you've heard 2 gunshots go off.
If not racism, fucked up my connection for a minute.
Yeah, I'll go in. The 2 gunshots will probably figure themselves out.
Yeah.
Usually do, actually.
Oh, you're a large man.
You're a small one.
Yeah,
This is a
I
friend
am.
of mine.
Yeah, I'm Jin.
You know what? She's not gonna say anything. She's just gonna make that face of like where you press your lips together as you are trying to think if you want to comment or not, and she's just not gonna comment.
Yeah. So,
So what's
So
your
apparently,
name, big guy?
you can just keep calling me big guy.
Okay, big guy. Kind of like it's like a nickname.
Is that a nickname? He's thinking about that. You know, he's mulling it over.
Right.
Is there a betting pool on any of on?
Oh
on
yeah,
this?
yeah. You do it there. Like you pay for your ticket, and then you just get to throw money at things. I was going to throw money out, and I was like, but everyone I pick always loses or dies. So really, I'm just like picking someone to die, and I don't really like that.
I understand the sentiment. Is it always to the death?
No.
Just kind of depending on what the winner's feeling, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Like when you're going at someone with a giant axe the size of their head, sometimes when the fight ends, it's because you took their head off.
I can see how that would be a problem.
Yeah. One guy, like 4 years ago, just had a heart attack. It was just a really hot day. They weren't drinking enough water, and bam, died. It was a real shame. He was a champion for a few years in a row.
Now that I think about it, he might have been one of those Naboo fish people. That might have been one guy.
Who won last year?
Oh, it's like a human guy. He says as he's looking for his mind palace and not scrolling through his notes. Finds his his like handkerchief that has all the signatures of the winners on it. Borbig.
Warbeck.
Big.
Is
Borbig.
he a local?
Wow, he's a bit of a local legend.
Local legend. Why?
Because he won.
Well, is he from Tatooine?
I think so.
Right. Well, this is
Spirin is 100% like I don't know how to get any further with this guy.
okay. Phase 2. Tim.
What? Jin. Jin.
Bim?
Bin.
No. Big guy? Big G. Jin. Like the beverage.
Right.
Excellent.
I need a little bit of help getting around town.
I understand that. Do you need a map?
Not what I meant.
If you want to like close up, I can show you around.
I'm gonna ignore that one.
Okay.
No. I was supposed to be meeting up with a friend here because I had something to sell. You're gonna just shakes the big duffel bag.
I can buy those.
You can't afford these.
Try me.
Can we just focus on? We need to find someone.
He'll give you a look and he'll lean. It's like, friend, I'm doing business. Trust me, I've got this.
See, this is where you're going a bit racist for disregarding me.
You're
Okay.
inside my
No.
store and we're talking about selling stuff. I didn't think that was racism. I thought that was business.
Jin's just flirting with Tank. It's fine.
All right, focus up.
Fair.
Focus up, Min. Eyes up here.
Yep.
We're talking a baseline of 50,000 credits.
Now that's a number.
That's a baseline. And you wouldn't really get anything out of it anyway.
How about 200?
How about wait till I ask you for help before offering to buy something you don't even want? This is information.
Look, it's a
You're
good
general.
looking bag, man.
I'm not selling the bag. I'm selling what's inside the bag.
Oh, okay, I'm out.
Okay. Do you know of a guy that deals in information in this town?
Probably only the bartender. He kind of talks to everyone. He gets information. Everyone else kind of just minds their business because we're not weirdos.
Well, I don't think that's gonna be a problem anymore.
Why?
Well, the implication
Call it
there
a
is that the
hunch.
bartender is the only weirdo.
So
If you guys are going to the show, I don't mind giving you guys a lift. Like, I was going to head there, after closing hours. I've got room in my van.
yeah, maybe. You're under jobless protection though, right? Not you specifically.
Yes. No, well, yes, actually. I pay insurance.
Yeah.
To the one running the tournament or to Jawa?
No, to Jabba. And on the record, in case anyone's listening, very satisfied with that arrangement.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, really considerate. If there are any complaints, which I don't have any, he listens to them all.
Yeah, I think Jabba might be interested in what's in this bag. So can you point me to like a representative office?
Well, 80 kilometers in that direction, you'll find Mos Eisley. They have an office in there.
You don't even have like a tax collector?
No, they stop in at the end of each week.
Do they
Pat,
stay
what
in
time of
town
the
at
week
all?
is it?
No, they stop in, get it, and leave. I don't think they like us.
Can't imagine why.
It's because
Better get out
we're
of my
really
head.
personable.
Right, Patmore, what time of the week is it?
It is currently Prime Day.
Meaning in normal people words?
That's the first day of the 5-day week.
Okay.
Because, interesting thing if anyone cares, in Star Wars, 5-day weeks, 7-week months, 10-month years.
Galactic calendar, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I blame George Lucas.
Oh, that wasn't George Lucas. That was a writer lad who was like, "Hey, cool, I'm going to do this," and everyone since then was like, "Yeah, that sounds about right."
I still blame him.
Random ass excerpt from a novel that people just kept using.
Yep.
I need you to know this is not like a thing I'm doing with intention of blaming the calendar on him. I do just blame him for things.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, so Murder, that's the information you've been given by Jin.
Alright, Min.
Nope. Min owns
Thanks for your
a
time.
fuel store down the street.
You related?
Yes, we all are. It's a very small
How-
community.
That's horrific.
She looks like she's about to ask a question, and she just doesn't
The
want to
answer
know.
to your question is we generally look outwards for partners.
That is very good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, no, we're not anything like
Generally.
the other communities that do that weird stuff. You know, that's where Sandpaper come from. Too many family trees that look a little bit too much like lattice vines.
Alright, I'm leaving.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Nice to meet you, leaving big guy.
Yeah, she says thank you and follows.
See you, friend.
Follows Tank out.
Yeah, I know. He was just saying goodbye to you because you're a friend.
Yeah, she would have said bye.
Yeah.
I haven't got to use any of my abilities.
Nope.
So sad.
But you got a friend.
Yay, I have
For
a friend.
Until he dies
he
of
is in
some
fact a good
undiagnosed
person.
disease.
Yeah, he is a real person.
No.
And until you guys brutally murder him or serendipity gets him, he will exist.
Gotta love Glyn. He's such a genuine character.
So, with that in mind, Kat, I do need a survival check for tracking your injured Jawa nemesis.
Okay.
Oh, he's a nemesis now.
He's a nemesis. He's a
rival.
full stat block now. What do you think I've been doing over the last 10 minutes?
Genius.
Okay.
His name will be Darth Jawa.
Yep.
He's a Darth already?
Well, he was working on it beforehand, like he was interning at Palpatine, but like he's full daft while no one was looking.
He's fully succumbed.
Yeah.
Good roll.
Kat, you follow the crawling tracks out of town, like that's like every now and again there's just a little bit of dried blood in the sand. At the climbing a dune at the bottom of the dune, you just see a Jawa lying face first in the sand.
I'll check if he's dead this time. 'Cause he wasn't dead last time.
He isn't. Just put one in the back of his head. You make sure.
He's a survivor.
Yep.
As you approach, he tries to wave you off.
I'm sorry.
he'll
I had a
inform
friend
you-
doing an operation.
He'll inform you in Jawa that you'll still rue the day once he has a chance to recover.
Oh my gosh.
You speak
What can
Jawa?
hand wavy.
He crawls a little bit more forwards.
Yeah, fucking hold still.
He's gonna
Give me a
fight
stim
you.
pack.
Uh,
Give me
chew
a
on your
stim
bit.
pack.
Cat, I need a coordination or athletics check to get him.
We're doing coordination because I'm pants at athletics.
I feel
Nope,
Peridot
okay.
You
is
fail. He
watching this
wiggles out of the
terrible thing
way.
happen.
Okay.
He discards his trench
Oh,
coat
he's right.
as some sort of like chafe-like defense to stop you from getting near him.
Okay, like
Now
he's
he's
a
disrobing.
lizard shedding his
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah, he starts wiggling faster.
I'm trying to help you. I'm
Throw
sorry.
some rocks at him.
No.
He says mean words in Jawa at you. You don't know if they were mean words, but they sounded hurtful.
They had a tone.
I can yell mean words too. I'm not going to. But fucking
He
hold
starts
still.
crawling faster.
Get back here.
You
Doing.
you can roll an athletics or acrobatics check again.
Nope. Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
He throws a shoe at you.
Okay. I'm just gonna like throw the stim pack in his course of crawl and then walk away. I'm like, yeah, fucking I tried.
Don't forget you'll rue the day. Also, like in Jawa is Houdini.
Just everything in Jawa's Udini, but different.
It's
all in the
only
tone.
Houdini.
Yeah.
It's a very tonal language.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. It's like how birds communicate. Yeah.
Yeah. But Kat, just like Anakin being left on the lavery shores of Mustafar, you know, Jawa insert name later, laying in the dunes, slowly bleeding out, he will have his vengeance.
There's a
that's the
stim
key
pack
thing
right
that-
there.
Pack.
Look, it's not the story, it's how you tell it, okay?
You're
Yep.
goddamn right. And if he's gonna sit there, you know, lacking a leg and an arm, I'm gonna go be his Palpatine real
Yeah. Look, he's going to work this out, and he's going to work out who you are, and it's going to be hard because you all look the fucking same, but when he works it out, he's going to get you.
How the fuck do any of us look like each other?
No,
You're
make the
really
racism work
tall.
for you.
So I just want to clarify, it's not all aliens look the same, it's just all humans can't look the same. You can only tell them apart by hair color.
That is
Oh, the ones
incredibly
with
fair. And then
glowing
they
red
all
eyes.
have and they all have brown hair. You know, it's just super frustrating.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
And they talk an entirely unintelligible language.
Oh my goodness.
So, Murder Angels, you guys walk back to the ship, you'll pass in front of the cantina where you'll see like a crawling line of blood heading away from it, as well as a dead looking man around the corner of it with like a new like a fresh blaster hole in the wall.
Oh, well, he put him against the wall. That was brutal.
Yeah, no, he walked
sorry.
outside, shot him, and left.
I do apologize, but my girl is gonna go follow the trail.
Okay, about halfway across the trail, you come across a Benia and Caradon who have given up on the Jawa.
Caradog's still staring at him, kind of like.
Oh, okay, so you get a baddie
inches
who's
way
given up.
further into the desert. Like,
The Jawa will give you the "don't worry, we're good" hand signal and keep crawling away. He has no beef with you. He has beef with Benia.
You know, that's great, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all those big uns are the same, but you know us, we stick together.
We little people gotta, you know,
Yeah.
support each other.
Yeah, exactly. You understand. You're a brother from the burrow.
oh God in heaven.
They don't even burrow. They live in giant trash compartments.
Shh. Leave the poor trash possum alone.
Oh, he's confused. It's all right. There's a lot of blood loss going on.
He's lost most of his blood, and it's a really hot day.
It's warm.
It's Tatooine, first of all.
Yeah, but he was taking a break from the
Okay.
sun, and then he got chased and shot.
Oh, I'm
Garrodog's
sorry.
gonna wave at Tank and fucking Sin or Siren.
It's fine. The Jawa's got it. Okay, he's got his whole like arc. But yeah. So as you guys reconvene, you guys can summarize to each other the information.
We know that only one guy knew anything in this town. He's probably dead.
Yeah, some stormtrooper came in and shot him for crimes against the Empire or something like that. I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Just follow that
Wait,
general area,
there's
yeah.
there's an actual Empire presence here.
Oh yeah, no, definitely a stormtrooper just walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, and his armor was
me.
clean too, so that kind of makes you think that he's been hanging out somewhere.
Well, fuck me.
Well, it's not unusual for them to have trooper patrols.
yeah. He was probably deployed here from a larger settlement.
Probably not a
Well,
good
but-
one since he's all the way out here.
No,
Well,
he came in with a
okay.
purpose. I think it was more of a targeted stab. Shoot, actually.
Hey,
Oh,
Petmore,
his
quick question.
Yes.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
What do you reckon the time frame in between Garrodog posting that alert and the trooper showing up was?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Garrodog
so
say
he
that.
would have been either outside town on a patrol on like a speeder bike, or he would have been somewhere in the settlement patrolling, or they might have a an outpost somewhere in the settlement.
Yeah, that's Garrodog poses those exact same concepts. He's just like,
I mean, either he got here in a hurry or he was already here.
Are we back on the ship?
You guys can be if you want. Actually, so before we get there, Emmy, may I have a D100? Okay. Emmy, about 20 minutes after they left, you would hear an alert go off as someone's approached the ship.
Stick to the plan.
All right. Wait here, Columbo.
Columbo gives you you're just leaving because you're losing look.
I'll be back to lose some more. It's okay, and then we can watch a movie.
I'd really like that.
Yeah, me too. I'll go and take a look.
Okay,
who's
do you
approaching the ship?
immediately go for the torch?
No, I'll have it near me, but I won't turn it on.
Okay. You have a like a big kind of alien dude you don't recognize the species of, and he's kind of like looking at the ramp like, hey, I noticed that you parked here. For a small fee of 7 credits, I'll clean the windscreen, do a bit of polish, maybe replace the engine oil.
That's very kind of you, but I think I'm gonna have to pass.
I kind of need this to sustain myself, and this is kind of the pad that I work at. So, you can pass, but I might as well just bring my children out for you to shoot now.
Seems like a you problem, so not me problem.
So you're just really cool with that. You're really callous, and you're just like, yeah, fuck children, right?
I guess if that's how you want to see it.
Right. If you want your privacy, you could just give me the 5 credits. It's really
Okay, let me
changed
phrase
for
it.
someone who owns a ship.
I said no. I appreciate the offer. I was very kind about it. You can keep asking for money, but I'll consider it. You're trying to rob me. And then we're gonna have to go to the next phase of this conversation.
I guess we
Which
are.
I assure you like less.
No, don't assure me. I guess we are. What are you gonna do, dog person?
I mean, how low did you roll?
is everyone on Tatooine racist?
Turn on the torchlight.
Look, this person knows nothing about Emmy's character other than they look like a wolf, so it's like, cool. Okay, that's where we're gonna go at. We can't stick them with anything else. But Emmy, You get them in the light, immediately, permanently or temporarily blind them, and they start like smoke starts coming off them as you shine the industrial highlight on him.
I'll turn it off.
You notice his clothes catch on fire, and he starts
Now you
rolling
gotta
around the pad.
Drop and roll. That's the next step of this interaction.
You get about halfway through, then he just stops moving.
Okay. I head back into the ship.
There's a corpse outside our
Fucking Columbo was on the bridge just reveling in this man's death.
The sub, like it's like a beat boop, but in subtitles it's good.
Oh no!
Let the hate flow through you.
You guys come back 5 minutes later, and there's just like a cooked animal laying on the tarmac. You don't know what it was, but it is just cooked meat laying there at this point.
Good.
I mean,
man.
it's probably humanoid shaped, right?
It's like shriveled up. It's some sort of vulture's already got to it at this point. It's just hard to tell.
Good.
Can
man.
we move this away from the ship,
Oh, that
please?
smells nice. Like, am I
I'd
weird?
walk up to it and kick it away.
It's mostly cooked on the outside. It's still leaky on the inside, so no matter it leaks a lot, but you managed to kind of get it off the tarmac.
Okay.
The vulture is protesting, like, how fucking dare you move my food?
Well, they can scoot a bit and move.
No, the moment you roll it off the tarmac, like a bunch of womp rats will come out and start going at it.
Oh, that's horrific. Okay.
Circle of life, man.
Me and I know his name's Columbus, but I think Glenn's gonna call him Columbo.
Columbo is his nickname, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be watching a movie or something.
Do you pick the movie, or does Columbo pick the movie?
I like Columbo pick since he won all the card games.
It is.
He picks like Clockwork Orange.
It's a fucking Holocaust documentary.
It's like...
So,
Schindler's List and he's laughing.
you are watching a documentary on like the fall of the Jedi and how the whole Clone Wars were their fault and how they essentially coordinated the whole thing like years beforehand. The previous High Chancellor.
Propaganda-based, Pat?
Yeah, like Valoran, was in on it. If it wasn't for Palpatine, the Republic would have like fallen into corruption years ago. But yeah, no, it's very informative, if not like entirely misleading.
Now, I don't agree with this necessarily, Columbo, but I think sometimes it's important to watch propaganda just to, wrap your head around it. But this is pretty awful.
Well, the droid will inform you, assuming you speak binary. If you don't, you just get beeps and boops. But his point is, first off, you should watch things that conflict with your opinion so that you have the chance of gaining new opinions and learning. And secondly, he's watching it because it has like footage of them killing Jedi.
That's not great. Make sure to turn that before Siren gets back.
Oh, Blueberry, sure, in binary.
Honey,
What's
we're
it?
home.
Oh! We are watching Wheel of Fortune. Hey, guys!
Oh, what is that? That sounds awesome.
There was a dead
So-
rat on our doorstep.
Yeah, they tried to rob us.
The
The rat
man?
did?
Oh, no, the man.
Oh.
That was a man? You killed a
Yeah, I
man?
was gonna say,
Or the
like, he
person.
didn't smell like a rat.
Yeah, he tried to rob us. He said it himself.
Okay.
How did you do that?
Did you use the light?
Yeah.
Good man.
Quick question. What is this light thing? Like, I've heard about it, but I'm kind of curious.
You should come take a look at it.
Don't
Absolutely.
into it. Don't
Yeah,
look into
don't
it.
turn it on. It's,
No, I'm light sensitive, Must be.
If you do turn it on, don't point it towards the sky either, because it might bring down aircrafts. Don't point it towards the ground though, because it might ignite the ground.
So,
Try to like aim for a
don't
happy
turn it
middle at the
on.
horizon.
so for
Or you could just
context,
not.
for context, it is essentially like the high vis light from a spaceship using a car battery, but in the frame of a slightly bigger than normal flashlight. Someone
Oh, I
like
could
double
swim on this.
triumphed a check earlier.
Was it? Let me see. Is he say something? Angel?
I start to talk and then everyone interrupts me. So
I
I'm just
think-
wondering if my mic is not working.
I think there's a
More
delay because
Yeah.
you keep coming in exactly when everyone else is coming in.
Well, good to know.
Well, yeah,
You
go
go
ahead
for
and
it.
say what you're going to say, though.
It's not important.
Okay.
More important than a car battery flashlight.
That's fair, but most
It's
things
true.
are.
The godlight is very important to me.
I mean, I was just originally going to try and redirect us back to let's talk about the mission. So,
Oh, that's important.
Yeah,
This is important.
absolutely. Talk about the mission, guys.
so we have a few. I got a little bit of information on a few of the fighters. I don't know if this person actually has a good read on the gladiators. A lot of aliens, a couple of humans, but mostly non-human. There's a Wookiee, I believe he was describing a Trandoshan, a Weequay, 2 humans.
Sounds pretty stacked.
I didn't get anything about who might have sponsored each one of them, so she shrugs.
Odds are the Wookiee's probably just a straight up slave, so poaching him should be easy.
I mean, fair, yeah.
You don't
So,
profile like, no, you murder.
They're not people legally in the Empire.
That is true. Sorry, continue, Kat.
So Caradog was able to snag the barkeeper / bookie's hard drive.
So I just want to clarify. He's not a bookie for the event. He has information on people that have passed in and out of this settlement, but it's definitely not a formal document. It's mostly his notes on people who've been through and out.
Yeah. Just kind of using it as an in-between or a through line to some of the people who have been there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That I do want us to open it on like a closed circuit situation,
Yep.
so as not to contaminate.
You
The
also
ship.
might want to filter it a little bit, and by that I mean have someone read through it first, because it is written in a very vulgar way.
Yeah, I'll trawl through it.
I think Caradog
You need-
warns that actually, like he tries to.
Yeah.
Like-
Do you need help?
I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't want you reading this. It is bad and mostly illegal and unethical.
I don't know about the legal part, if I'm being completely honest. I didn't even know that Kuwaiki and monkey lizards could, like, fit into those kinds of spaces.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it got him shot by a trooper, so I'm gonna say it's not. We'll call it dubious in
Dubious
legality
is
sense,
polite.
but an absolute
Siren-
condemnation in the ethical sense. So I don't really want you to read that.
Yeah, no, thank
Siren
you.
is blinking at Caradog like, what?
We've seen some
Oh,
things.
no. Miss, we've just met, but I don't even want to torment you with the idea, alright? It's not good.
No. But that trooper did us a service.
He is an
galaxy
actual
service.
hero.
Yeah. Unsung hero.
I'm near certain that man should be in the rebellion.
Yeah.
Maybe we could we not
You poach him. Yeah, poach him too.
So
But-
how do we Oh, go ahead.
No, Ben.
Oh,
Ben will go through it and start filtering. And
Is that a computer's check? Do you need help? 'Cause
Nope.
mine's-
Nope. This is just Ben burning her eyes out some more.
Like, it will take a while. It is descriptive. There are
Oh, God.
notes on people that he's met and his opinions of their characteristics.
Yep.
There's also information like, hey, this is where they're from. This is their there's some frequencies in there for calling people. There's, hey, this person's associated with that. But it is all buried under so much grossness.
Yeah.
Confused.
No. Ben's
Terrible.
soul died like years ago, so it's fine.
I was just
I
gonna say, if you want, fucking hell, Patmore, come
no,
on.
no, go ahead,
shut the
Meta.
fuck up.
No, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
Uh,
You have the floor. Take it.
No, I was just saying, like, if you want, I can also tag in there.
Yeah,
Just
we
to
can.
filter through, just
we
to,
can
like, to
split it.
double the workforce.
Like,
Yeah.
you guys
Just a
take
lot.
turns, like, throwing up in a bucket while the other one reads.
It's literally the only time like Ben and Tank have not gotten along but not outwardly argued. It's like I gotta tag out. It's like, okay, I'm going in.
Can
And
I
Ubax is the guy who's repeatedly getting the bucket. He's changing it out for you.
can I read what they've quote unquote translated with an underworld check to try and start making connections?
So, it's going to take a little while to do that. Nebulously, you guys were arriving kind of like the day before the event. So, if you want, you guys can say, we took, the rest of this day to kind of do this, and then while they're working, like, Siren can sleep, and then when they're done and then they go to bed, Siren can start working on it. Or anyone else who wants to work on it can. I think I need a more specific question that you want to roll for, because there's a lot of information here, but I don't know what you necessarily mean by connecting stuff, because it's just information on a bunch of different strangers right now.
Anything related to these fights is what I'm kind of trying to connect some dots and figure out who we can squeeze, who's in trouble, who's not.
So there's not necessarily a role here yet. I'm just going to tell you the information that it had, like, from a cursory level, what they have. So as an overview for the champion, Borbig, at least the current champion, human, is from Tatooine, but spent most of his life not here, because if you had a choice, why would you live here? He is loosely associated with the Hutts. He does work for them as an enforcer, but when this sort of thing happens, he takes time off to do it. He is known for fighting with vibro knuckles, which are like knuckle busters, except you've got like vibro blades attached to them. As the other guy said before, there is a Wookiee. Murder was right on the dot with his racial profiling. He is a Wookiee slave, who's very not happy being on a warm desert planet, by the by. But that aside,
Oh, even better.
he fights with Reich blades, which are kind of curved Wookiee blades that have like the handle halfway up the blade that you kind of hold backwards.
Yeah, question about him.
Yep.
Is he owned by a Hutt?
Yes.
Fuck.
He's probably not on good terms with the Hutt.
That doesn't matter.
Listen,
But he's not like a new Wookiee slave. He's like he's been in the business. Like he's a fairly old Wookiee. He's like in his 200s, 300s.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
As far as this database is concerned, what percentage of like the gladiators and fighters are like slaves and indentured servants, and which are them are just enforcers and other meatheads?
The only actual slave would be the Wookiee. They're about half of them are like self-contractors that came in because they want to like win the pot, and the other half
Mhm.
are like enforcers or thugs for like local crime groups.
Okay.
The like the Trandoshan is only there because he wants to be able to kill the Wookiee in the arena.
That tracks.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
any other useful information about the other fighters?
The Weak Way is probably the newest fighter. Hasn't done any of these in the past. They, however, do have a bit of a reputation for being a bit of a murderer. Not in the arena, just in general. There is a bounty on them in general. They are a murderer. They fight with a vibro axe. Again, with the Trandoshan, his main deal is he just wants to be there to kill the Wookiee. He uses a vibro axe or his claws. There's a Gamorrean. He is 100% there from the Hutts. He's kind of like the Hutts champion in the arena. He is the him and the Wookiee are the only ones who are really comparable in like sheer brawn, but you think he's probably the Wookiee's a little bit older now, so maybe the Gamorrean's like just from a brute strength perspective the strongest one there. There's on the Twi'lek, he kind of brought himself in. He has a bit of a debt that he wants to pay off, so he wants to take the pot. He fights with a like an electrified staff as well as a whip. There's a male Prioran, maybe, however that's meant to be pronounced. They're the Star Wars aliens with like they're another squid alien, but they're not a water squid alien. They just have tentacles on their head. He's there to fight for himself. He is not new. This is like his 5th try. He's lost every other try, but they haven't killed him in the arena yet. So he's kind of considered he's the easiest to fight out of the kind of champions. So, and the last one is a human from Naboo. Allegedly, he used to be a part of the Prince's Guard on Naboo, but you only have his word to kind of say for that, and he's kind of the black sheep. Like he's not like what's the he's the outlier. He's the
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. There we go. He's been a lot not in this kind of match thing before, but apparently he's been doing some stuff in the mid rim, and he's been doing very well. His main weapon is a gaffy stick, which is it's kind of like the weird curved stick Tusken Raiders use.
Okay.
So I'll lay that out for everybody, and she'll say, my feeling is we could get the Wookiee, possibly the Royal Guard, or the Twi'lek.
And so just as a structure overview, the actual gladiatorial competition will take place over 3 nights, and in kind of like a like an array sort of thing. So you'll have the first night you'll have everyone kind of fighting against someone else. If they win, they get into the second night, which brings us down to like 4 competitors or whatever, and then you'll have last night. That's just the last 2 going against the last 2.
Okay. So there's 2 individual Hutts betting on this, right? One owns the Wookiee and the other owns the Gamorrean.
Yeah. The Gamorrean, not straight line, but will eventually leads back to Jabba. But like for 3 different like people below him.
Like proxy, Jabba himself probably isn't even betting on this. It's just someone that's part of his actual syndicate instead of the Hutt cartel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, perhaps, much as I would love to rescue the Wookiee, it's perhaps not the best idea to be pissing off a hut. Especially for a supposed new money launderer.
So, safe to say that the Wookiee's probably got a slave chip?
Potentially. He's it's hard to tell. He's been around in this kind of thing for quite a while. You don't know if he is slave chip, forced to keep doing it, or if he is 100% beaten down and just doing it because that's all he does.
Okay.
Uh,
If he's got a chip, we're up Schitt's Creek on the Wookiee rescuing front. That's fine. It's would be nice. It's not a priority. If, just from a logistics standpoint, if I'm poisoning the rest of the competition, the easiest way I would do that is to poison everyone but the Wookiee.
Why? So, my understanding of what we're trying to do is to help our guy, our contact, sponsor the winner, right?
Yep.
And if we're not trying to piss off the Hutts, I think we need to leave the Hutts' horses alone.
Well, we're not trying to piss them off. Like, we're trying to win. That's gonna piss off the Hutts.
So I think my point is there are, unless I missed something, there are 3 independent operators here that we could pick up. All of whom, well, one of whom sucks, 2 of whom have a decent chance.
Yeah.
And to me,
so-
that's way easier to deal with than some convoluted thing to steal the Wookiee.
Yeah.
I would love to rescue the Wookiee. If we can figure out how to rescue the Wookiee, I'm down.
And you just murder everyone who isn't the Wookiee.
That
There you
would
go.
not accomplish our goals. We get back
I
and the
think,
quartermaster's gonna yell at us.
Yeah, but you'd be
not
like,
the quartermaster.
you'd be like, now, quartermaster, we failed, but he's a sorry president. His name's Fluffy.
He has a Wookiee pelt. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
The Trandoshan gets all pissed off. He's like, it was mine.
yeah. I will say we are 4 minutes over session time, so we might call it. You guys have done all the prep work you guys really need to do the arena stuff next week. So before I let you go, we'll do XP